Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you?
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. You got Talk Sports. No John Reed again. Does he not like me, guys? He doesn't want to see me?
I guess not.
It's all good. John's feeling a little under the weather. Woke up this morning, couldn't talk very well. He said, we got it. Big day ahead. Day before the official start of camp for Tennessee football. Obviously, that is kind of at the forefront for all of us, but, you still got a little while before that. You don't necessarily, we ain't got Lane Kiffin walking up to that podium today for media days. Josh Heupel ain't going to be saying much. We got to just wait for the boys to get on the field, wait for the pads to pop a little bit. But until then, we'll kind of break down maybe, some players that we're watching for this season, some guys that we feel like are going to help impact this team the most throughout the year, get you maybe to that potential that hopefully that we're talking about. And then obviously the big one from yesterday is with this whole 5-for-5 fiasco. It's helping out some basketball players. It's madness in the portal, but it's helping Tennessee out. Got a big commitment yesterday in the front court from Jalen Washington. We'll break that one down after this, but let's get right into it. Let's hear how the fellas are doing. Let's start off with Bubba. Bubba, how we doing this morning, man?
Honestly, I feel pretty bad.
Yeah? Why do you feel bad?
Not like a health-wise, but like a mental-wise. I made a pretty big mistake yesterday as a family man and as an uncle.
You've been talking about these nephews. What happened now with them?
So, one, like, I get it, but also I'm against it in a way, but like how a lot of parents nowadays will give their kids like iPads and screens to just like shut them up and be quiet.
Okay.
So like did that at first. I made the mistake of giving my nephew like my old PS4 to play Minecraft on. And that's all he ever talks about. And like the last time he was over, like he played that thing for like 6 hours. And I was like, all right, we're not going to do that this time around. So I get out of my car and the first thing this kid says to me is, hey, I want to play Minecraft. And I was like, hey, probably not today, man. Also, like, you're supposed to be gone in an hour. Like, I'm not going to set it up for you. Call me, a villain, whatever. Like, go play with some action figures, read a book, play with your RC car. I don't know. Do something. But that, he just kept asking about it. And in some ways, it was kind of cool, like, to see his brain, like, piece things together to try to, like, snooker me and be like, well, no, here's why I should play it. But he ended up just getting, like, more and more mad at me, like, throughout the course of the evening. And then at one point, he just starts wailing on me. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So I had my water bottle, and I was like, hey, you do that again, I'm going to put water on you if you don't back up. And he comes over, and he's just doing it. And I just take the
Bubba
water
soaked
bottle,
his nephew.
and I just splashed him real good. And then it was like just the worst bloody murder scream of all time. The kid's in an absolute fit and tantrum. And I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't want to laugh, but it's also like, this is like the worst thing that's ever happened to him, I guess.
You tried to tell him, but then
I gave
it
him a
doesn't
warning.
matter because he goes to the rest of the family, and you just look like the bad guy.
Yeah, and like he, and so like I went out in the garage and I went up and like he's on the couch, underneath his like safety blanket that he just does and comforts him when he gets upset. He just covers himself away from the world. And I walk back in like into the main living room, and he's just glaring at me, tears on his face, whole face red, and it's just, I hate. And it's like, all right, young
You
man.
betrayed him.
Yeah.
You were his one way into a PlayStation 4, and then you basically just told him, kick rocks, kid, play with normal toys like I did. And if you don't, you're going to end up wet. And he paid the price.
Yeah. And I did feel really bad. I still do. Because it's like,
I think that's what he wants you to feel like, though, Bubba.
I don't think his brain is completely capable of understanding everything. The previous situation.
How old is he?
6.
I don't know.
He's kindergarten,
He's smarter than you realize.
I was going to say, I feel like 6 is pretty conscious. And like he knows that he probably can get about whatever he wants. So you were probably one of the only people that's stuck it to him recently that said, you know what, I don't think so this time, buddy.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's how I felt.
10 toes down, Bubba. I think you just got to stand on.
I mean, in a way, it's bad though, because it's like, the only thing the kid was looking forward to escape was playing a video game, and he gets that denied, and then he has to just figure out how to kill, 1,000 hours in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's not going to work for me, brother.
Well, I mean, next time you see him and you have a water bottle in your hand, he's definitely running away.
See, that's the other thing too. Like in the past, like he thinks it's funny to spray me with a water bottle. Like, and it's like, obviously I can't because I'm a grown adult and I understand, but I'm not pitching a fit over it.
Well, you're kind of on the tough line of like when he was younger.
It's also not my child either, I'm just
that
an
is
uncle.
fair.
Like I can't do much to. This is like the furthest thing I've done to really, discipline him in a way.
It's tough because in the past he probably wasn't conscious enough to be like, oh, I was just spraying him with water. I'm just a funny little kid. But then now that he's like 6, he has kind of developed that mental side of it. And now you spray him with the water, and now you're the bad guy. Yeah, you're kind of just evening the playing field from the past.
Oh, even the playing field were good. He doesn't know that though. But
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's
poor
tough.
guy. We'll see what happens going forward.
Josh, you have any 6-year-olds get you wet yesterday?
No,
That's
I
good.
had high school kids though.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
they were. It was a good practice yesterday. It was a long day for me yesterday, coming from getting off from here, going to do some SM stuff, and then straight up there to practice, coming back, getting to lift in. But it was good. Wouldn't have it any other way.
How did the scrimmage go?
You weren't.
Yeah, I missed yesterday's show.
It went well. Our varsity, we played probably about a half and some change. We were up 14-10 whenever we called it.
All right.
So we'll always take that. It was your typical first scrimmage of the year, very, very rusty, low scoring, defense ahead of the offense type deal. But as a 4A school, we'll always take getting the edge on a school, a classification or two ahead of us.
There we go. We'll take the small wins while we can get there. Do we have another scrimmage like this?
This Friday?
This Friday?
Yep, we do. We got one scrimmage, one jamboree, and then week 1. We're 3 weeks out. So
it is getting about that time, man. It feels good.
It does.
Starting, maybe not so much today, but this weekend when I went outside in the mornings, it felt like football weather, and it fired me up.
We're getting close to it.
We are getting real close to it.
We're getting very close to it. But yeah, we've got Unicoi this Friday, and then our jamboree's at UVA Wise. So we'll make the trek up to what, that's Southwestern Virginia? Yeah, Southwestern Virginia, and do that. We'll have 2 games or 2 quarters, I guess, on.
Who the heck are you scrimming? Do you know who you're going to be?
It's one school from Kentucky and then one school from Virginia at UVA Wise.
What the heck?
This is the first time I've ever heard of UVA Wise in my life.
I've been
They're a
UVA
D2 school.
wise, but I just I always thought teams like in an area played teams in that area.
They've got an awesome football field.
So it's like, the Jamboree here is like,
Well, to be fair, UVA wise is 30 minutes from the high school that I coach at, and we're playing a school from Virginia, which is in the area, and then the school from Kentucky is only about an hour away. So it's not, since it's in like extreme southwestern Virginia, it's not that far away. It's not as local as the one here.
You said y'all are only 30 minutes away from this place?
From UVA.
You guys should ask to just play your home games at their football field. This place is beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was like UVA wise was one of the schools that I was talking to a little bit in high school, but fizzled out pretty quickly.
It's a good stadium right here.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Like I said, we get 2 games or 2 quarters there. And one of the schools from Virginia that we play, I think, is the top ranked team in like their 2A or something. So yeah, they're a classification or 2 below us, but it should be pretty good football. So
let's go. Football right around the bend. Not a whole lot for me on tap last night. I was pretty busy yesterday. Did a little working an event for a Knoxville guy, you could say, the Peter Malnati Kids Classic over in your neck of the woods, Bubba.
I saw a lot of things happen over there.
There were a lot of things happening over there. Shout out to the Bucket Hat Man, Peter Malnati. Great event that he put on there. But did that, just did some more work throughout the afternoon, and then got home. We've had this, my roommate has had a buddy who's taken a job in Knoxville, and he's moving from like Dallas. And it's been just a nightmare getting him into his new apartment. I guess his new job like offered to pay to ship all of his stuff from his old apartment in Dallas, like up here. Seems like a really nice deal, right? It's taken him like 2 extra weeks basically for all of his stuff to get here to Knoxville. And he's just like, all right, I guess I just got to do whatever you guys are saying, because I'm kind of at the mercy of you. You have just all of my stuff in this truck wherever it is. So he's just been living out of like a duffel bag in our house for like way too long now, probably like 2 weeks. I'm sure he's ready to get the hell out of there. But I think the shipment finally arrives today. I'm pretty sure he mentioned Tuesday is the day that his stuff comes in. So
hopefully it does.
Yeah, fingers crossed that he can get in there. I'm starting to feel bad for him. As a guy about this time last year that was just a halfway displaced homeless man just living out of a duffel bag in my friend's place before I can get into my place, I feel for him. It's a pretty brutal situation, but he bought us some pizza last night as a housewarming gift, I guess, being hospitable. So some free pizza last night. Never going to turn that one down. Had some of Tim Hill's peaches for dessert. Fantastic. Ooh. Fantastic. Ooh. Crushed 2 of them. And then also, Josh, my buddy has gotten like this comprehensive movie list on how to understand like the Avengers plot line and everything. So we've been got 2 guys that don't really love those movies. We've been trying to get into them. I fell asleep in X-Men last night. It was 2000. It was from 2000 or something like that.
The old X-Men stuff is before my time. I'm not gonna worry about watching those movies. I know what happens, of course, just because I've seen enough of the newer stuff. Yeah. I get in. I know what happens in them, so I'm not too concerned about watching them. You can watch them if you want; they're okay. Some of the older X-Men aren't the best.
Yeah, I think they're looked down upon. But the craziest thing is like the X-Men is supposed to be one of the biggest like comic known like entities. Because it's like, I feel like a lot more people know who the X-Men are compared to who a Deadpool was, and something like that. So
yeah, I feel like Deadpool is like more well known now, almost at least with the movies, than some of the X-Men are.
That's what I would feel like as a guy who doesn't really watch either of them. But I don't know.
They get for making 3 Deadpool movies and 0 new X-Men movies. But
I would say that X-Men maybe has the longevity, but Deadpool is really kind of, I don't know,
also
kind of collapse that lead a little bit.
Not to throw a wrench in your plans, but some of the studios have split licensing rights for stuff. So it's like Fox.
Yeah, Fox had the X-Men for a long
Sony
time.
Have like that programming. So and then they have occasional Spider-Man stuff.
Okay. So like some of the older ones that I watch might have kind of different storylines versus when this.
Yeah, the X-Men and the old Spider-Man movies will not be connected whatsoever until the movie that comes out in December.
How did I not know that coming in? I'm going to have to call my roommate out on that one and be like, we might just be watching two different storylines.
There's a big thing that happened a couple years back where the license to Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony almost took it away.
Yeah, so that he would have had to appear in like their programming, which would have been like
Madam Web and all those awful
Morbius,
movies.
Interesting.
Craven the Hunter movie that came out, stuff like that. But
they did fix that. He did not have to do that, but it got pretty hairy there for a minute. If I were you guys, I would just start with Iron Man and just go from there.
We watched some older, maybe not older, but like I think one of the original Captain America movies. I was sick.
The first one?
Yeah.
The first one with Chris Evans?
Captain America was like the one thing that I feel like in my childhood I was like, yeah, hell yeah, this is sick. If my buddies had like a birthday party or something and watching Marvel at the movie theaters and they were like, yeah, we're seeing Captain America, I was, all right, I'm in for that.
Yeah, if I were you guys, like I said, I would start with Iron Man and just go in release order. That's what I would do.
All right.
It's also weird too because it's like funny you said that because yesterday I started listening to audio dramas.
Yeah.
I didn't know that those were still like things, but people are making them. And it's like of the Avengers and stuff. And I was like, this is way different than what they like. Granted, it's just people making this and not officially licensed. So their stories have to be different with different characters,
and way less of a budget they're working with too. Yeah.
No, yeah.
You're turning into an audiobook guy on us, Bubba?
No, not audiobook, audio drama.
There's a difference.
A much bigger difference.
I prefer to read something that I know is like already there. Audio drama, it's like, oh, what the heck's going on here? But
how would you delineate the two? Where's the Venn diagram between just audio book, audio drama, and then like a crime podcast? That feels like an audio drama to me. Pretty close.
Yeah, you got me. I don't know. It could be, and I just don't want to act like I'm an audiobook guy.
You're not ready to make that leap just yet.
No, because I feel like that takes away my liberties as a man and the ability to read.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to take away the books, Bubba. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I know. They can, easily digitally, insert things into books or take them out. You got to reprint a whole book. That's a whole tree going down.
Yeah.
One's more noticeable than the other.
It's not a bad point.
Not a bad point at all, Bubba. Audio dramas. I'll start listening to some audio dramas.
I don't know if I recommend them yet.
He's got to figure out if he likes them first.
So I was trying to think back to like old radio programs, like the Lone Ranger, and then like Superman had like an old-timey radio program.
Get a couple audio dramas under your belt and then send me your favorite one, and we'll go from there. All right. Well, I'm glad everyone had a good night yesterday. Hope y'all are having a solid Tuesday starting off. On the other end, we'll do Tennessee basketball to start off this first hour. I feel like the Jalen Washingtons was big time news here for Tennessee basketball and potentially kind of that final piece to the puzzle for hopefully a Rick Barnes Final Four this season. We'll break that move down, what it means to the rest of the team and the rest of Tennessee's season. Stick with us. You're listening to Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you. Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Citizens Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com. All eyes on Jalen Washington last night as the Vanderbilt big man who was granted an additional year of eligibility through a preliminary injunction as he played his last season at Vanderbilt, what he thought was his last season before getting his fifth year, and he heads to the transfer portal. And I don't think this one was, necessarily much of a surprise to Tennessee fans. I think a lot of the, potential buzz and kind of just some of that stuff had leaked, since he had entered the portal and gotten that extra year of eligibility, that it seemed like him in Tennessee was kind of a name to keep an eye on, and a guy that definitely would help this Tennessee team out. As I think most of us went through this portal cycle and went, man, that was an incredible run for Rick Barnes, going out there, overhauling the roster with as much offensive talent as we've probably ever seen from Rick Barnes. But you felt like you were still just like one guy short. And it definitely felt like it was that front court. Obviously, with the loss of Felix Okpara to the NBA, so many Tennessee fans were wondering, where are we going to get that kind of production from our front court? And I think Jalen Washington, a guy that absolutely helps the cause here, averaged 8.9 points a game, 5.6 rebounds last year, but a guy that, was coming off the bench for most of the year for Vanderbilt, and just really a guy that could kind of come in at any moment there, provide them with some much needed front court depth. You talk about a team that needed it last year. That was Vanderbilt. I thought Jalen Washington in his time was really, really solid there for Vandy. Huge pickup there, 6'10", 225, a guy that's rangy, a guy that you feel like can go out there, can block shots. Definitely a much needed upgrade to this Tennessee roster. And for my money, kind of felt like maybe that last missing puzzle piece to the Final Four formula that has been so hard for Rick Barnes to nail down. But Josh, what were your big thoughts on this Jalen Washington move and kind of how it impacts this Tennessee team for this year now?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Like you said, once we kind of caught wind of the 5-for-5 thing happening, this one really wasn't that surprising. There'd been a lot of smoke about it on social media, but he's a 9-point per game guy. His points per game will probably come down a little bit this year just due to the scoring power that we have. But we don't need him to score. We just need him to be a nice defensive presence at 6'10" and long like he is. He should be able to be that. We need him to get some rebounds and just be a really good depth piece for us. He could be the guy that ends up starting. He could start over Miles Rubin or Dwayne Brown. We don't really know that. But now we've got three pretty solid front court pieces in Washington, Brown, and Miles Rubin. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Obviously, we would have all loved that, just 7-foot Goliath human being. But, I mean, he's a little bit more athletic than what that would have given us. So I'm really not that mad about it. I think it's a good pickup. And he played at North Carolina before Vanderbilt, like you said. So obviously, to go to North Carolina, you got to be a pretty good basketball player. So we'll take it.
Yeah, Washington was a really, really highly rated recruit coming out of high school and had some injury troubles throughout his time kind of leading up into college. He's had, multiple knee surgeries that set him back a couple years, but you go look at what he was like as a recruit. That's according to 247's composite rankings, that's a top 55 guy in the country, listed as the number 12 center in the country coming out of high school for him. And yeah, like Josh said, coming out of North Carolina as well. So a guy that you definitely know was able to play at the highest level. And he's a guy that you feel like is really grown up in the last couple of years. You kind of look at his North Carolina stats, was averaging 0.8 blocks a game, went to Vanderbilt last year, 1.3, had multiple games where it just felt like he was crazy in terms of rim protection, being able to go be that guy, physical down low, getting some rebounds. And yeah, I mean, I think you make a good point there. An athletic guy. I don't think he's a Felix Okpara type in terms of, hey, he's going to be able to get out on the perimeter and switch 1 through 5 and play great defense on the perimeter. I think that's going to be, for my money, the biggest question mark with this kid. I was listening to The Drive yesterday, and they were kind of mentioning some things that Ryan Shumpert had said about the commitment of Jalen Washington. Vandy put him in a lot of drop coverage last year and kind of just let him camp out in the paint and collect rebounds and collect those blocks, which I think Tennessee will be able to kind of squeeze that out of him. But it will be very interesting to me, whereas now you've kind of missed a decent amount of that summer practice that a lot of these guys have had, how quick he's able to kind of adapt to the Rick Barnes system. I would imagine that they're not just going to say, hey, we'll play drop coverage, we'll let you camp out in the paint. I think Rick Barnes is pretty demanding of all of his guys defensively, and he's going to make him go out there and grow, I think, as a perimeter defender. But, man, it's hard not to, be really excited now about what you've kind of got in the front court with a guy like Washington as a potential starter. Miles Rubin, who you went out there and thought was your guy. Now he's probably someone coming off the bench that you feel really good about. And then you've now got Braden Liu and Christian Furman as your other two front court pieces outside of Dwayne Brown. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of penciling him in as a starter there. So, just really, really good news there for Tennessee yesterday. Bubba, what were your main takeaways for this? I know that we've talked a lot about Tennessee basketball over the years. Does this feel like a move now after all the stuff that we've done in the portal that you feel like can kind of propel Tennessee to the finish line a little bit?
I actually feel quite the opposite.
Yeah?
This isn't a needle mover for me.
No?
Nah.
What would have moved the needle for you, Bubba?
I don't know. I really don't.
Why does he not move the needle?
He didn't play on a really great UNC team. Like RJ Davis, Seth Trimble, Elliot Cadeau before he transferred, Didn't fire me up. I think they finished like 4th in the SEC. For Vanderbilt, I just don't like any guys that come from Vanderbilt. Personal bias there, which you have to carry, running that a little bit.
Just keep swinging until you hit it.
I don't know. I can't be excited about it. I'm also not in basketball mode right now, too, so that could play a factor.
That's fair.
Like, I flipped my brain over to, football mode. So we're on that, and it's like, oh, here's some more basketball stuff. Again, you mentioned the point, and I think it is somewhat important. We see these guys, team chemistry coming in late. Granted, their season doesn't start for quite a bit, so they've got plenty of time to kind of get used to each other. But also how it affects the other guys, too. I don't know how that's going to go over well. Like a guy like Furman might get the bottom end of the stick on this one, and they might prioritize this guy more in terms of skill and relationship just due to, where he came from versus where Furman came from. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tennessee was going – if we did Matty Ice's truth serum question, I bet if you put Rick Barnes under some truth serum and you said, hey, what's the one missing piece from this team that you got? I think he probably would say, man, we just need we need some more bodies there in the front court, no matter who. I think it's fair to say, Bubba, if you don't think he's like a complete impact. Just kind of add in the other pieces around him and what his abilities kind of are when you already kind of have the scoring piece figured out with hopefully what you got with, Juke Harris and Terrence Hill and Jalen Harrelson and all these guys. But I just think this is a guy that you talked so much about what Felix was able to do for you last year. And at least statistically, Washington does a pretty solid job of emulating some of those numbers. Had a 11.4% offensive rebound rate, 19.8% defensive rebound rate. You look at last year, Felix Okpara, 10.8% offensive rebound rate and a 15.4% defensive rebound rate. So you're actually upgrading in both of those statistics. We'll kind of see what it comes down to there. I do feel like it's going to be really hard to replace Felix Okpara. I do think that's going to be the guy that you probably go see Tennessee play and you go, man, that's a guy that we probably didn't appreciate enough in our time here. But I think Washington's a guy that can at least kind of patch those holes up decent enough for you. And I think it's fair to say, Josh, maybe the sum of the parts of Jalen Washington and a Miles Rubin can kind of equal what Felix Okpara was able to give you throughout his career.
Yeah, you weren't going to replace Felix and what he brought to the table with just one person. I mean, we all knew that. He was very, very athletically gifted, but great defender. You don't see many fives be able to, guard another team's point guard or at least be able to hold it down like he did. So it was always going to be a team effort there to replace his production and what he brought to the table. But we really just need him to step in and just be a glue guy. And I feel like that was his role on last year's Vanderbilt team. He should slide right into that this year. Like I said, we don't need him to score the ball.
Yeah,
we really don't at all. We got that covered. Everybody else that we brought in, it feels like they all averaged more than 15 points a game last year. I think it's more so 10, but I mean these guys can score. We don't need them to do that. Just play good defense, get rebounds, and make good outlet passes to Terrence Hill and Juke Harris. That's really all we need you to do. Just be a good culture guy.
Yeah, and what I really like too is this is a guy that can really go out there and be a guy that you feel like is really, really effective in terms of the pick and roll. And I think that's something that's going to really help out, the guys that you just mentioned there, Josh. 1 points per possession as a pick and roll big man. That was 96th percentile nationally.
It's pretty good.
Had 40-plus dunks last year as well, so you feel like that's kind of a lob guy. And you've seen Tennessee basketball over the years with Felix, and you kind of see how those elite scoring wings that Tennessee's been able to get out of the portal can kind of play hand in hand with some of those big men, be able to work off of some screens. You feel like Juke Harris is going to be a guy that can, work into the mid-range, pull up, get to his spot while also having a guy like Jalen Washington that you got to worry about floating around the rim there. And like you said as well earlier, Josh, don't forget about Dwayne Brown, because that's a guy that you saw the pictures of Tennessee basketball after their post-summer workouts.
It's a large human being.
I will say the rest of our team wasn't looking massive.
Not as impressive.
Dwayne Brown was looking big, though. I'm glad that Dwayne Brown was getting in the weight room and making sure that his presence would be felt down low this year. He definitely seemed like he improved on his physique a little bit over the summer. But yeah, I mean, this feels like one that gives your team some ultimate depth right now. I'm looking at Max Barr's visual depth charts for the 26-27 season. He's got Jalen Washington in there as a starter. That's an electric starting five.
Over who, guys. Dwayne or Miles?
No, he's got Miles. Dwayne starting.
Okay.
He's got Miles to the bench now. Terrence Hill, Juke Harris, Jalen Harrelson, Dwayne Brown, and Jalen Washington. It's a pretty strong starting five there. And
so
then
go ahead and root off our bench too, because I feel like a lot of our bench unit might even be starter level for some teams.
Yeah, I mean, and you're able to bring off Day-Day Ames, Tyler Lundblade, Braden Liu, Miles Rubin, those guys off the bench. We'll see kind of who can capture that backup point guard spot. You would hope that it would be Troy Henderson, but obviously a guy that's kind of working through some things. I think it'd be between him and Day-Day kind of, but I think you'll kind of see.
We could even have our bench unit be Troy, Day-Day, and Lundblade. I mean, those could be the first three off your bench. You have Miles Rubin there, and then a Braden Liu. I mean, that's not bad either.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the biggest thing for me is you've got pop offensively coming off the bench there. I think at times Tennessee's had a really, really strong starting five, and you've been pretty solid offensively with that starting five, but
you've got a lot of pop off the bench. I mean, Ames averaged 17 a game at Cal last year. London Blade's a sniper.
Yep.
I mean, we know Troy can get hot when he wants to.
Yeah,
I mean, he played through a shoulder injury all year last year, but he wasn't afraid to take shots.
You feel like that's kind of been the downfall of this Tennessee team. You get into the seventh man and beyond maybe, and you're just looking at kind of defensive specialists instead of guys that, foul trouble, whatever it is. Just maybe just a team needs some different looks, and you kind of need to see some different guys athletically or just different size matchups. You feel like you can bring some guys that only will contribute on the defensive end, but will be able to knock down shots and really be able to kind of carry that Tennessee offense as maybe you give some of those starters some rest. So, man, this one really got me fired up. I feel like this is a move that, for me, officially kind of solidifies Tennessee as one of the halves in college basketball next year. To me, they were kind of on that fringe line of being like I thought the moves that we made, we were just another really solid Elite Eight team, and we're going to roll the dice on trying to get to the Final Four. To me, the addition of Jalen Washington is one that can hopefully put Tennessee over the edge from being just that consistent Elite Eight contender to being a team that, potentially knocks down the doors to the Final Four. Yeah, it looked like you had something to say there, Bubba.
I did a minute ago, and then you guys kind of transitioned, so I was going to take it back. But it's like another thing about this roster, too, is like the young guys that we have.
Yeah.
Chris Washington, Ralph Scott, Minnie Green. There's probably one more that I'm missing there.
Marquise Clark.
Yeah.
Well, some of those guys have popped in the summer, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one of those guys is getting a lot of high praise recently. But I think that, too, like it's going to be interesting to see because it's like if these guys, they keep getting that praise and that feedback, and they want some playing time, and there's a whole lot of other guys to go to. How's that going to affect them towards the end of the season? Are they more likely to stay, or are they not going to? Granted, and everything's now just like a one-year basis pretty much, so I probably shouldn't be worrying about that. But just it intrigues me a little bit.
Well, yeah, and I do think it's worthy just the addition of another body, I think, obviously shortens the minutes rotation no matter what. And I think feel like it's kind of a year-to-year thing that Tennessee at least has one guy in that freshman class that you feel like pops and can give you some big-time minutes. You saw it last year with Dwayne Brown. Felt like you looked at that team and you thought, all right, we might get maybe 5 or 10 minutes a game from Dwayne Brown at times, and we'll see if he can be a contributor. And then all of a sudden he becomes a really important piece to the puzzle for Tennessee last year. And it does seem like there's one guy out of that freshman class that kind of, matures pretty quickly, can take on a role off the bench and can really help impact winning. I will be interested to kind of see who that is, Bubba, because you're right. I think that shortens the rotation for some of those guys. And especially when you've got a returning guy in Troy Henderson that you'd like to get some minutes to. And
well, it makes our bye games more interesting because we're all going to be looking to see, like, hey, we've heard these young cats from the summer and from training camp have got some buzz around them. Let's see how good they are. And they'll probably be accompanied by a Troy Henderson who's looking to get some more minutes so he can kind of keep his game fresh for whenever his number gets called, because it will happen. Injuries are going to happen throughout the course of the season. Some of these guys are going to have to play some meaningful minutes at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, and then it just, I think it gives you just kind of you have multiple looks now, and it doesn't force you into a box of, we got to go back to the traditional Rick Barnes, too big stuff that we've been having. There's an ability to kind of slide Harrelson down to the 4 maybe, and you only play with one true big, but then you can bring a guy like Lundblade off the bench to be a really good shooter. You can add another ball handler into the equation with putting Day-Day Ames into that lineup.
Well, if you slide Harrelson to the 4, I mean, then you're looking at a starting line, play one big. Your starting lineup's probably going to be Hill, Lundblade, Harris, Harrelson, and then either Rubin or Washington, and that's even still a really good lineup that can score too. So,
I mean, the positive out of this is, like, as he just touched on, like the versatility that you can have,
the
different types of offenses, and whether you want to be guys that are slashing or just guys that are just fighting for every rebound and just kicking out to one true, like, stay and shoot kind of guy or what. So,
or if you need to go big, put Rubin and Washington on the floor together for whatever reason. Like if you need to go big at some point, you can do that too. and still be able to score, because then you could have Hill, Lundblade, Harris out there. All those guys can fill it up.
Seems like you're penciling in Lundblade as a starter, Josh.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't think he's a guy that's going to be starting this year.
I think him and Dede are going to be kind of.
I'm saying if he goes one big, if he sticks with the one big, I think Lundblade will start. But if he wants to go with Dwayne Brown and then one of Miles Rubin or Jalen Washington, then I think he would be coming off the bench.
See, I think I'd still be starting Dede Ames over Lundblade in that situation,
really?
Just because I think I like him more as a ball handler.
Yeah, but if you're starting Terrence Hill, you don't need two primary ball handlers on the court at the same time.
I mean, I think that's been a problem for Tennessee in the past. You've only had one guy that can handle the ball, and I think you kind of get yourself into some trouble at times. So
but then the problem with that was we only had one guy that we could trust throughout the course of the whole season, really. This one, we've got multiple guys at multiple different, spots in the rotation that can handle the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this is it's clearly what we're saying is this is a fantastic problem to have. We're all saying the same thing here, is that it gives you multiple looks here. It gives this Tennessee team a lot of versatility, like Bubba said, to go out there. You want to play big, you go do it. You want to play small, you're able to, to put out a lineup there that you feel like can be really, really elite offensively and has some pop, scoring the ball. And then say you need to go in there, put a defensive specialist unit in, you feel like you've got the guys to be able to go do that.
Yeah, I mean, these are my steak is too juicy, my lobster is too buttery kind of problems, which is a good thing to have. I mean, we've not been fortunate enough to have those kind of problems recently. So,
buttery steaks and buttery lobster, Bubba. I feel like this is a perfect mix. Why can't you get on board with Jalen Washington? What would make your steak butterier?
I would say steak juicier.
What would make your steak even better, Bubba?
Just time to rest.
Time to rest?
Yeah.
Just
gotta let it rest for at least 10 minutes before you
just gotta turn the basketball brain on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this move was made like way back in the summer before, maybe like when you had half basketball and half football brain on, would it fire up a little bit more?
A little bit.
We'll just have to.
I'll have to go back, watch some highlights, and decide whether I want to feel excited or bummed out.
I need Russell's soundboard. Got to turn on the film. Got to turn on the tape. We'll circle back, Bubba. Give us like a day, specifically too.
Sometime in the future, man.
November 13th.
Sure.
Hopefully we.
October 23rd.
Hopefully we still got football brain November, because I get this fan base. If we lose one game, it's like, all right, we're ready for basketball season.
You always got that time where you got to have both on for a second, and it challenges you. So that we don't have a date locked down, Bubba. You can't give that to us.
Nah.
I was hoping we could get like a.
Don't put him in a box.
It's like a fresh engagement. You
like a
don't
LeBron decision, but it's just like Bubba on Jalen Washington and how he impacts the Tennessee team.
I'm getting words from the higher ups that they want to keep pushing it back because it's good for content,
Okay.
Like an Adam Silver, but.
Bubba, send us to break. On the other end, we'll maybe look at how Tennessee stacks up around the rest of the SEC now. We'll see if Tennessee can make a bigger leap closer to what I would say is Florida is that top dog in the SEC. Can Tennessee knock them off with a move like this? We'll break down where Tennessee lands in the rest of the SEC to finish up hour one. Stick with us. You're listening to Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
It's Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Wrapping up hour number 1 here. Got Talk Sports, Sam Beard, Bad News, Bubba, Josh Lovett here with you. And posed the question before the break if we felt like this move for Jalen Washington got Tennessee a little bit closer to, kind of being that top dog in the SEC. And I think we all probably, as much as we hate them, probably look at Florida this season and just look at all that they've got returning. And I think it's fair to say that that's probably that top dog in the SEC, the one that's, that you're fighting off to go win the SEC title. Starting 5 returning of, Boogie Fland, Denzel comes back after having a year at Kentucky, Thomas Howell, Alex Condon, Ruben Chinyalu, the 3 big men that are just elite for Florida. They come back. They still have Urban Clavzar, Isaiah Brown off the bench. A lot of depth for that Florida team. And then, I feel like Texas was kind of the darlings maybe of the offseason in terms of how they overhauled that roster. You go get Isaiah Johnson. You go get David Punch. You bring Matas Fokatitis back.
You get Amari Evans going there?
Yeah. I mean, Amari Evans is deep on that bench now with the way that they have overhauled that roster. It feels like he's 7th or 8th man maybe now. But yeah, Texas, a team that has got that depth a lot like Tennessee. And I guess the question I pose to you guys now is, do you feel like Tennessee improved their standing in terms of getting closer to the top of the SEC? I can't imagine it got much worse. Do you feel like it got them a little bit closer? Or do you still just feel like they're kind of sitting there in that same, maybe second tier in the SEC?
they're sitting at the same spot for me, but that's just because they were second already to begin with. I don't think that put us over Florida, but I think it helped us solidify that second spot. You could have maybe said it was up for grabs between us and Texas as that preseason number 2 spot, but I think that probably just solidified it for us anymore. So didn't really move the needle for me in the conference, but like I said, that's just because I already had a second, and it's going to be hard to take over where Florida's at with that lineup they got coming back, and they're going to be coming back with a vengeance because of what happened at the end of their season last year, getting blown out by Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament and then losing to Iowa in the second round.
Bubba, where did you kind of have Tennessee maybe slotted in the SEC beforehand? And same thing to you. Do you feel like this was kind of it didn't feel like a needle mover to you, it seemed like, on the, off the rip here in segment 1, but do you feel like this kind of helped Tennessee solidify themselves, at least amongst the conference maybe, instead of just nationally being that Final Four contender?
So, yeah, kind of before all this, I was thinking that we'd be like a top 3, maybe 4 at worst case scenario team in the SEC. Looking at these other teams, the top guys that I would consider like above us or around the same category, Florida, Texas, and kind of Alabama, but also I look at their roster and I see that they're pretty young all throughout, so I'm not too worried about Alabama. So I'm putting them below us. I look at Texas, a couple question marks there, a lot of stuff to figure out, but I'm still putting them below us. And then I look at Florida, not scared at all.
Not scared at all of Florida?
I think
really?
now we're the top team, yeah.
I love it, Bubba. Why are you not scared of Florida?
They've got 3 guys that maybe can do a lot of damage, in my opinion. Boogie Flan, Chinyelu, and Haug. But other than that,
I would put Condon in there too.
Bubba's anti-Aussie.
Yeah,
that's fair. Chinyulu's just a beast, man.
Yeah.
He's not going to score a whole lot, but good luck boxing that guy out. I mean, he is absolutely massive.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the addition of Jalen Washington felt like a Ruben Chinyelu killer in any sense, but I don't think there's many teams around the country that have like a Ruben Chinyelu killer.
You're not going to be able to match that.
I think Florida's just kind of Florida at some point this year.
We're much more equipped this year to hang and beat Florida, or not hang Florida, hang with Florida and beat Florida this year than we were last year.
Yeah, no, and I think the big thing for Tennessee is going to be what they're going to have to lean on, I think, is that depth that we kind of talked about in that previous segment. And yeah, I think you're right there, Josh. I think Florida is as elite of a starting 5 as it can get in college basketball this year. I even believe in, probably their 6th and 7th guys off the bench in Klafsar and Isaiah Brown. But I think what Tennessee's got in terms of just that overall rotation, man, I think you can make a pretty solid argument that Tennessee's going to be able to go 9 deep, maybe even 10 deep at some points in this year. We'll see what we can get from some of those group of 5 big men transfers. To me, that's kind of the biggest question to be answered now. I think you did a good job of getting a guy like Washington that's played at the SEC level, played at the power level pretty much his entire career. But I'm interested now to kind of see how that trio of Braden Liu, Miles Rubin, and Christian Furman can kind of adjust to big boy basketball, you could say.
I think their vibes are ruined too because Denzel Aberdeen coming back to that squad. He transferred to Kentucky. Now he's coming back. So
maybe that's the toxic piece we need, Bubba, to break that whole team down, though. Everyone in that locker room's like, why the hell did you go to Kentucky? And then he's just, I was chasing the bag. Talks about how much NIL money he's get. Maybe talks about how much Florida offered to get him back. Hopefully that number is like higher than one of the really good returning players, and it kind of just starts a little rift in the locker room. Mm-hmm. That's how we get. That's how we get down to Florida,
or we just are better than them and beat them. We get them at home,
or maybe Todd Golden goes to prison.
That would be the preferable.
Knock on wood. You don't want that to happen.
It's crazy to just wish a guy to go to prison. Say.
Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
but
I don't disagree.
Kind of a bad guy, it seems like.
Nate Oates is a groomer while we're at it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Don't have to worry about Alabama either, because their head coach is worried about a lot of other things.
She was a former staffer too for him, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
No. I I feel pretty confident in saying Nate Oates is not a good guy. He just seems really shady in like every aspect of his life. This stuff coming out just only furthers that agenda to me. All right. Hour number 1 in the books. Todd Golden and Nate Oates. Bad guys, maybe going to prison. Tennessee, maybe going to a Final Four. That's an hour of basketball for you. Stick with us. On the other side, we will have Josh with some headlines, and then we'll get into some Tennessee football talk as camp officially starts tomorrow. We'll get some guys at the podium on the microphone today, but the good stuff gets going tomorrow. We'll break down some football in hour number 2. Stick with us. More Talk Sports on the other end.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
End your weekdays with Overtime, Monday through Thursday, right here on Fan Run Radio, as we cover all things Vols, college sports, and take your calls. It's Overtime with me, Garrett Armbrust, and Caleb DeBusk on Fan Run Radio, weeknights 6 to 8 p.m.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a Thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I don't think I've ever heard this one, Bubba.
God forbid a white boy gets a little emotion.
I feel like I could close my eyes and like I'm at a UFC event watching the walkout of like Shavkat Rakhmonov. No?
No.
You don't think that music fits him?
No, just because like that's the instrumentals of a song called Everywhere I Go by a group called Hollywood Undead. Whole bunch of white guys. Not really a fan of them, but kind of like that song. But
not his music.
No.
No.
Love Shavkat.
I do too.
Can't wait for him to ever return if he ever does.
When's his next fight? Because I haven't heard about it. Josh, hour 2 headlines. Hit me with them.
Yeah, first somebody in the chat asked which team from Virginia volunteers scrimmaging Friday or next Friday. I don't know is the answer to that question. If I had the schedule in front of me, I could give you the initials, but I'd have to.
Come on, coach.
I'd have to look at it. I'm worried about Unicoi. And I'm not worried about the Virginia schools yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, as John likes to say. We had a whole bit about that yesterday that you missed, Sam. But first headline for the day, Falcons running back Bijan Robinson agrees to a 3-year extension worth up to $75 million, making him the NFL's top-paid running back, per Adam Schefter.
I thought it was a little weird that Bijan Robinson was like holding out with 2 years left on his contract. I know you're probably the best running back in but I guess the tactic works. I mean, he goes and gets himself paid. Yeah, 3 years, $75 million. It's a lot of money there, but obviously
he helped me win a fantasy championship last year, so he's worth it.
There we go. Well, I mean, you can definitely say that their new GM is kind of getting to work. It feels like Atlanta's been locking down a lot of.
You got to try to
a lot of their.
You got to extend him. I mean, he's your guy. He's your star.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with extending Bijan for sure. You've done a good job of keeping your core talent. You've now got Bijan locked down, 3 years, $75 million. You got Drake London at 4 years, about $141 million, and then
they have extended a lot of their key pieces. Yeah,
Kyle Pitts at 3 years, $54 million, and then I think they extended one of their guards. I think last week as well. So doing a good job, Atlanta. Just maybe, find the most important position, quarterback.
Yeah, that's their. Yeah, we'll see if they can do that. I don't know if it's going to be Tua or it's not. I don't know if it's going to be Tua or Penix. Really,
they need a third. Who's their one, Bubba?
Tua.
As long as he's throwing checkdowns to Bijan and I get him in fantasy, I'm not mad about that. I'll probably be gunning for him again. I've won back-to-back titles in this league I'm in. I'm looking for a three-peat. I joined the league 2 years ago, and I've won it both times I've been in it.
It's big time.
Yeah, I got to keep it up.
I hope you get crushed.
Thanks, Bubba.
You're rooting for the two meatballs out there, Bubba? I think they should get Cooper Rush. I think he's the guy that can take them to the promised land.
How about they just actually draft somebody good?
They should trade for Will Levis.
That's fine. Get him off my team.
I think if I was a Falcons fan, Will Levis would entertain me more than Michael Penix or Tua.
The one thing about Will Levis is he's at least going to push the ball down the field. He ain't really scared.
ATL.
Sure he does.
Yeah, he does.
No.
Yes.
I think he'd do great down there. Just give us a first round pick for him next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a win-win, Bubba. You either find out, this isn't going to happen, but maybe Will Levis turns into a good quarterback and you find your quarterback, or he does classic Will Levis things and sucks so bad that Atlanta can get themselves into the mix for an actual quarterback.
For a top quarterback this year in the draft. He's young enough. He's 25, 26? Because he was older coming out of school.
Yeah, he's probably 26. I would say 27. You got to get on the march for Arch at some point, Bubba. Hell, you guys might do it.
No, they got Daniel Jones. He feels confident in Daniel Jones.
I was just waiting for Bubba to look up there. Come on.
I do feel confident in Daniel Jones, and I would take him over Arch Manning any day of the week right now.
Yeah?
One guy's been in the NFL. One guy's.
Would you take Daniel Jones in the next 5 years over Arch for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about just the next? Let's extend it. The next 10.
Yeah.
Strategy. We'll see if it works out for him.
Because one's still going to be on a roster and the other one's not.
Are you an Arch hater?
Yeah.
What about who's his son's name at Baylor?
Marshall?
Marshall.
I'm taking Marshall.
Yeah.
I'll take Marshall now.
Would you get Marshall Manning's career over Arch Manning's career?
Yeah. I cannot wait to watch Baylor as they come to Tennessee because we'll probably get to see Marshall Manning as the backup quarterback. Their last game of the season against Catholic. Their season will probably be already wrapped up.
You think they'll be playing the backups basically against them?
The starters will probably play like a quarter.
Like an NFL team in week 17,
week
basically.
17, 18, yeah.
I think so.
That'd be fun.
So it's like, their quarterback, too, he's going to Ole Miss. He's got other priorities going on right now. I forget his name. I think it starts with a K.
Yeah.
But
they got a lot of college talent over there. You got to spread it around to the rest of the schools in Tennessee. Make Tennessee football a little bit more competitive. I was watching Brooks Austin do his breakdown on DGG.
Oh, he's the man, isn't he?
And, I mean, it just kind of showed how bad Tennessee high school football is, I feel like, too.
Disagree.
We're certainly not at the level of like a Georgia, Texas, Florida. But
my alma mater is going to have 3 guys going into the NFL in the past 7 years. So,
who are the other 2?
The Harper brothers.
I don't know who they are.
And Deshaun will be up.
I obviously know who those guys are, Bubba, but explain for the rest of the audience that might not know.
There's a couple guys. One guy.
How would you not know the Harper brothers?
Started the training. His name was Devin Harper, freak athlete. Went to Oklahoma State. Played a little bit between the Cowboys and the Bengals. Since then, I think he's been cut. Thomas Harper, with the situation that happened up in Detroit this offseason, might be looking at a lot more playing time, if not a potential starting role halfway throughout the season.
Okay.
Good for him.
And then Deshaun Bishop, he's making a squad.
So a Carnes Beaver is benefiting off of Terrion Arnold going to prison, basically. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hey, you take your wins when you can get them.
Your number's going to get called at some point. It's if you're ready.
Listen, all I'm saying is if last year one of my teammates went to prison and I had to step in and start for him, I'd have been ready.
Also, people, T. Higgins, Amari Rogers, those guys, came from this area.
Yeah, there's some good ball players that have come out of the area. I do
agree with this statement, though.
I feel like what hurts us is just we've got some decent top end talent. We just lack depth.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some really good teams that hog a lot of the talent.
That's what I'm saying. Baylor's got to distribute the wealth.
I'm even talking in just the Knoxville area. Catholic tries to get all the talent. Catholic pulled one of my receivers. Halls pulled one of my quarterbacks, or he pulled my starting quarterback for this year. He'll be at Halls now.
Shame.
So there's some talent in the area.
I do agree, though. There's a lot more bottom end than there is top guys. Complete disrespect intended for these high school athletes, but but they got to know their place, man. It's cool that we're seeing more and more guys from this area.
Bubba's throwing more water on the high school football players around the area today.
Yeah,
his nephew and the local high schoolers. What do we got next, Josh?
Yep, per Brett McMurphy, Miami and head coach Mario Cristobal have agreed to a long-term contract extension. Do not have the numbers for you on what that is, but that came out last night.
Well, if it's Miami, I'm sure it's for a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say well-deserved. Mario Cristobal, a guy that
done a heck of a job.
Yeah, he's done a really good job over there at Miami.
And he can recruit, too. My goodness.
Fantastic recruiter. A guy that is, I think done a really good job, too, of kind of taking back local recruiting a little bit. I think Miami did a pretty bad job of kind of letting that South Florida area and just a lot of Florida kind of slip away from them. I think Cristobal has done a really good job at kind of establishing the roots a little bit more in Miami, getting a lot of that homegrown talent while also still just being a really strong contender out there. And yeah, I mean, if you're Miami and you're able to go out there and play in the ACC every year and kind of just somewhat cruise to the college football playoff every year, this is a guy that's able to field elite talent around you. Seems like he's able to unite the team on a year-to-year basis, and a guy that puts you into the college football playoff mix pretty much every single year.
I almost made an unforgivable sin and confused Dan Lanning with Mario Cristobal. So I immediately thought about tattoo, and I was like, who would be more likely to have a tattoo of their wife on their body?
Dan Lanning.
Yeah, but then the first time I was like, oh, she's like not, fully Caucasian. So
yeah, doesn't Dan Lanning have like 1 million kids?
I mean, he's a jackrabbit.
Him and Robert Saleh. No, he just has 3 kids. His kid's name
You're
is
right on Saleh,
Titan.
though.
Yeah, Saleh has like 9 kids.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Saleh,
Poor Ryan Tannehill. Nope.
Saleh basically just he said that like he doesn't even have to kind of like be a parent to his own kids. He just has kids that are old enough to basically just be babysitters for his own kids.
That's kind of unfair to
That's
those
the
kids.
advantage of having more kids.
No, it's unfair for those kids because then they grow up with this, all these mindsets, and then how that's going to affect them later on in life, where it's like, oh, I was the older kid, so I had to be the babysitter, which is why I'm such a, hard-nosed person.
I mean, if your father is Robert Saleh, you're going to be a pretty hard-nosed kid anyway.
He's the middle of the pack, so he's just getting glanced over constantly.
I don't think Robert's letting one of them,
He absolutely
he doesn't have any stragglers.
He absolutely
in that
has a
family.
least favorite child.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, everybody's got a least favorite kid that's got kids. They just won't admit it.
I wouldn't know. I don't have kids.
That's coming.
Next headline.
Next one up for you. Costco is selling discounted tickets for South Carolina, Washington, Louisville, Tulane, FAU, Temple, and UConn home games. Tickets vary, but generally start with about $12 for all FAU home games. There's really a dig at South Carolina that they can't sell enough tickets that they have to resort to the Costco method.
See, I don't think this is a problem.
They do come with some include a $20 food and beverage voucher. So that's.
Am I wrong in saying that I thought Tennessee sold tickets at Costco somewhat recently?
Before Danny got here, I believe. And it was when we were bad.
I don't know if it was before Danny, man. I feel like I've seen these 2 recently where I thought, thought the same thing. We got to sell tickets at Costco.
What is wrong with that idea?
It just shows that you're not selling enough tickets just as a university. It means your program's not in the right place or not in the best place. We don't see these top tier programs do that. I mean, Indiana sure is on this list, but outside of them, FAU, Temple, UConn, are the other ones having to do that? I don't think it's the best look. Personally.
I'm kind of with Bubba. Imagine just, you head to Costco, get yourself a nice $1 hot dog, get whatever you need in bulk, and you can go buy tickets to go see Jake Merklinger play.
I mean, we could have
with a voucher for a hot dog in that stadium. I can eat my Costco hot dog and then get a voucher for my UConn hot dog.
See, the
my
problem
Husky
is,
dog.
like, they're not willing to adapt to this. Like they could have school could have a partnership with Costco, right? So they get that branding for the jersey. They sell their $1.50 hot dog.
If they have the catch, I don't have an issue with it. Neither of them have that. Though.
Now, Bubba, this is a fantastic point. We could open a Costco basically in the stadium.
But then you could always like upcharge the tickets by like an extra $20 at the store, though.
I think I'm with you. If I could drink a Costco berry smoothie as I'm watching the Vols play, and a $2 hot dog, unfortunately, wouldn't Costco like put the Smoky Dog out of business? I think nobody would buy a Smoky Dog.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that thing out of here, man. I'm tired of spending $8 on a hot dog.
See, y'all just don't need to spend money on concessions when you go to the games. That's what I do. I don't buy anything when I go to the game.
Yeah, but I want a $2 Costco hot dog.
Well, you can go to Costco and get that whenever.
And now, like the walk.
But I want it while I'm watching the football game.
See, that's where you lose me. I don't want to eat anything when I'm watching the game. If I'm at the
All
game,
for just a small 3x6 patch, you can go get that $2 hot dog at the game, Josh.
But I don't want to
Small
get up and
price
miss the
to
game.
pay.
I don't want to miss the game though. It won't affect me at all. Like once I'm in my seat at TBA or Neyland, I'm not getting up. I'm not moving.
I'm going to see Josh at a game this fall, and he's going to
He's
pee
gonna
his
be moving
pants
around.
because he's not willing to move his seat once.
I don't do it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot more dreams about peeing, and I'm scared, dude. That's not a great.
You've been having dreams about peeing?
Yeah.
Like just peeing your pants?
Yeah. It's a scary situation to be in because it's like every day I wake up and it's like, thank God.
Have you wet the bed yet?
No, but I think we're getting close, and that's what worries me.
Can you dive into these a little bit more for us, or you don't want to expose yourself too bad? Like
The other night I had a dream where I was like in a tent, and then like there's like a bucket inside the tent, and then the urine was a little more dehydrated in terms of like color and appearance.
Uh-huh.
And then I woke up and I was like checking everything, but we were good. But it's like,
so you peed in the bucket though? You didn't
in the dream, yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, but if you have a dream about,
I think as long as you don't have like 5 dreams in a row where you're just wetting your pants every day.
Bubba, maybe you
that would happen if I went to a Tennessee game and I didn't get concessions or refused to move throughout the whole game.
No,
like Josh
it's a
here.
preparation. That's all it is. This is what I do. I bring a couple waters. I drink them on the drive over there. I drink them on the walk over there. Toss them. I'm hydrated. I eat before I leave, and I'm good. I'll eat when I get back
drink
home.
waters too, but some call it the Alabama water.
I just don't like risking missing any game action whatsoever. And like I don't want to go at halftime because everybody goes at halftime, so the lines are too crowded, and I don't want to miss the second half kickoff. So I just don't move.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I stay in my seat.
I feel like you can kind of get in and out at like one of those longer media timeouts.
Anytime I try to go for it, like so the Georgia game last year, I did go get a water because it was ungodly hot. But I had an aisle
You missed
seat.
a play in the Georgia game, Josh?
No, this is what I'm getting at. As soon as the TV timeout hit, I saw it was a 4-minute TV timeout.
Mm-hmm.
I had an aisle seat, and I was like, okay, I've got a window. This is the first quarter. Just got up, got a water, got back, had 2 minutes left in the TV timeout.
Yeah, you can.
I'm very strategic with these things.
You can get in and out of there at some point. I mean,
but if I'm in the middle of the section, I'm not getting there because then I got to climb over 30 people, and it's tight quarters up there, especially on the south end zone. It's a little bit steeper, and it depends on where I'm at if I try to make it happen. But generally, I sit down, I enjoy the game, and I'll worry about food and drink before and after.
There we go. Bubba, I hope you don't pee your pants, man.
I hope you aren't like sleepwalking into the bathroom and using the bathroom and then going back to your bed.
I mean, I can't.
What if you dream of like the
but
Deshaun Bishop Heisman meet and greet, and like you're
that ain't gonna be pee.
You're the next man.
See, I've got the chat defending me here. Someone said I'm the exact same way. Josh is first one in the stadium. Get a water, sit down, never get back up.
Yeah, these guys ain't enjoying the game though.
I'm having a great time.
You got a pregame at some point when you pregame, doors get open, and then you got to keep opening up doors, and that just creates a hassle. But then you hopefully can do it, once before the game starts. Then you're in your seat and you're hoping that the tank is empty enough till afterwards. Maybe you got like a halftime rally coming at you.
Yeah, to me, I feel like it's almost like when you get on an airplane, like you might have to go before you get on the airplane, but then as soon as you get on the airplane, like the urge just stops. To me, that's just me at a football game until probably halftime, like you're saying, Bubba. Maybe I'll just brave the lines and go, sit in the 75-person deep line for the trough at Neyland. But then, I feel like I get back in good time.
I mean, I'll say
and then
this,
I'll wait
though.
until the end of the game. And then as soon as the game ends, though, everyone's leaving for the stadium. I have to just stay back and I got to go to the bathroom.
I'll say this, though. Like, when I'm at a game, I'm so focused on what is happening at the game. My urge, like, my hunger is just not there. Like, it's the last thing on my mind. I'm really just not focused on it. I'm like, what's happening on the field? What's happening on the court? Why are we
bring
doing
a bag
this?
with you?
No.
Okay.
I just thug it out, man.
Binoculars, perchance?
No, I'm not a binoculars guy. When I was younger, I was.
Other events, not football games, but other events. Binoculars are pretty elite at a race.
I can
At a
see.
race?
I can see that. Like if
So
you're
it's like
if you're at
zooming in on,
Bristol
like,
or
the
something.
pit route and stuff, it's like, oh, that guy just fell before he could change a tire. Like he's cooked, and then you'll see him getting fussed at, and it's like, I knew that was going to happen.
It makes sense for the pit crew. I feel like it's impossible with the actual cars.
Sometimes, like, also to see like tiny specific details if you really care about stuff like that on like paint schemes and like name placements and stuff like that, or just to read names of who's in the car. But I think that's more of like an older person kind of trick whenever they go to events.
Not really a
Pass the
binoculars
torch.
guy either. Pass the torch.
Pass the torch.
Pass the torch.
Another reason I thought of why I might be able to handle not like having to go to the bathroom or go get any water or anything. I've had to play games, like full length college football games.
Yeah, you got to pee yourself during that time.
But everybody that I was, we all.
You didn't
we
pee
got a
yourself
routine. No,
playing?
I did not.
Are you really
Did not.
playing?
Did not. But we had to get through practices. Like we couldn't go to
That
the,
bench
go to
too.
the bathroom or nothing.
That bench is too soft on the tushy, man.
No, our benches weren't. We had the nice
Mark
chairs.
Schlereth would be very disappointed in you.
We had the nice chairs.
Any more headlines, Josh?
No, I'll save them for the 10 o'clock hour.
All righty. On the other end, we will get into some Tennessee football talk as some preseason honors are coming out. Fall camp getting kicked off right around the corner. And we'll break down some Tennessee football here. Coming up next, stick with us. Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Fall camp right around the corner for Tennessee football as it gets going. Probably about this time tomorrow, I would say. As you'll get some media day stuff today, but tomorrow is when we will be able to overreact.
So they'll be on the practice field tomorrow this time, right? They practice at 8:00, I think, is typically. I know they're a morning practice team.
Yeah, I don't know what time they practice.
It's 7 or 8.
I assume that they'd probably be either done by now or, we're at least seeing some solid videos of, Faison throwing routes, George McIntyre throwing routes, Bubba's starting quarterback, Ryan Staub throwing routes. But there are
going to be the best one there.
We were talking about this yesterday.
Ryan Staub? God.
No. I really hope he just trots out Ryan Staub for the first time in the Furman game.
I really don't.
Do it. I think that'd be hilarious.
I really don't.
I think that's a nice way to honor this guy. Learn more about coaching, but hey, we'll give you the first series. We'll get to be named starter for the very first game.
I think a great way to honor Ryan Staub is to give him that headset and say, How
about you signal?
You signal the hell out of that call. I want those hands waving. You see that red penny you got on? Can it get any more red? There we go, Bubba. That looked lazy. I need some more. I need some signals with some oomph, some power behind them. That's not a third string quarterback. What the hell did Dion teach you over there? That's the only thing I want to see Ryan Staub doing. I want to see him looking bright red in that penny, and I want to see him signaling the hell out of that play call.
He can tear it up in the second half of that Furman game.
He can tear it up in the last 3 minutes of the game for all I care. How much you actually want to give Ryan Staub playing time here?
I mean, he will play in the second half of the Furman game. If he is not playing in the second half of the Furman game, that's not a good thing.
I don't think the goal is to get Ryan Staub any snaps this year. I think they're going to be playing George and Faison that whole game. No,
I don't think so. Because I'm still not convinced he's going to name a starter by week 1. So he might have them alternate drives.
You want the walk on Mason Phillips out there?
Yeah, I mean let the
he's going to look good in that yellow penny. I want him next to our 2 GAs and their purple hats and their weird tennis. That's actually, what are we going to, I know that we've gotten the rollout of the Tennessee Adidas uniforms and they look solid, but what is our alternate color GA quarterback signalers going to be?
It's going to be the same colors. It's going to be red, blue, yellow.
Do we have, I think green. We had purple at some
green
point.
Was there?
Yeah, green was definitely there. Red and green, I know for sure. I want to see the Adidas, off-colored uniforms, though. I need to see those GA guys, what they're trotting out.
It might not be yellow just because we're orange. Orange is our primary color, so that could conflict a little bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit too close.
It might be red, blue, green.
Whatever it is. I need Mason Phillips and Ryan Staub looking fantastic in that. I mean, me personally, Josh, I would be really mad if Ryan Staub even plays in the Furman game.
He's going to play in the Furman game.
I just think there's absolutely no point in playing a guy that shouldn't have any business and even being the backup quarterback at all this year. If Ryan Staub has to go play meaningful minutes or meaningful snaps,
I'm not saying meaningful snaps in the Furman game.
I'm
not saying meaningful snaps in the Furman game, but he'll play in the second half. Because
what's the point of even playing him, though?
We'll be up by 80, and we don't want to get anybody hurt.
But you want to see you want to see the most of George McIntyre.
You'll have seen enough of both of them by that point.
I heard what you said about switching off play snap drives in the first half. I'm the biggest hater of you get a drive, you get a drive, you get a drive, you get a drive.
he doesn't name a starter, I think that's what he's going to do.
I just think that's as a former quarterback, I would hope Josh Heupel knows that you got to let these guys get in a rhythm a little bit, and especially two guys that have no experience at this level. I think if you want to give each of them a half, maybe that's fine.
The only thing is if you give each of them a half, one of the quarterbacks is going to be working with the twos and going against Furman's second-string defense.
I think that's fine.
I don't know. You're just not getting a fair look. But again, I'm operating off the assumption that he's not naming a starter.
I don't think the backup deserves a fair look. I think both guys are so inexperienced that I think, to me, I've been clear in the Faison camp the entire time. I think Faison Brandon deserves as much playing time as he can get. I would play Faison Brandon for 3.5 quarters, and I would let George McIntyre play for maybe the fourth quarter.
Maybe he will. If he names a starter, I'm with you. But I'm operating on the assumption that I'm not convinced he's going to name a starter by week 1. So he's going to try to play some mind games with Georgia Tech too and be like, ooh, who are we going to start with? Well, internally, he knows who his guy is, and he's probably let his team know who his guy is. But publicly, I don't know if they're going to name a guy yet.
I just think if he knows and the team knows, I just don't think you need to dance around with.
But if he knows and the team knows,
messing around with a backup that you clearly know is your backup.
But if he knows and the team knows, why does it matter who else knows? Those are the most important people that know.
Because you then want to get your guy that you know and your team knows as much experience as possible, because neither of these guys have experience.
It's just Furman. I played against Furman. I just know the level of football they're going to be playing.
And neither of these guys have experience against any college football team. So I just think they got to get out there and get reps. To me, that's just the biggest thing. I think just being in the game at any point is more valuable than at least just watching what George McIntyre can potentially do to give him a pity half when, he's not going to play for the rest of the year. I hope it's announced by Furman. I hope we don't even mess around into week 1, week 2.
I'd like for it to be announced.
A Georgia Tech storyline being who's our quarterback going to be.
I'd like for it to be announced by Furman. I'm just not convinced it is.
I hope that Josh has got it in him to kind of make a decision there and say, hey, we're gonna pick our guy after camp and we're gonna let him just
hopefully
go at it.
Hopefully he gets asked that question here in about an hour and we can know which one he's going to do.
Yeah. You think Josh Heupel's going to give us the answer to that question?
He might say we'll name a starter by the end of camp. You might be able to get that out of him.
We're going to watch two guys go at it and be really high level competitors, and we're going to see who can, lead the team the best. And
when does that start? When is he up on the podium? Do we know?
I don't know, honestly.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, see if you can find that. I kind of just give up on some of the on this type of stuff because I just know that our football staff keeps it so close to the vest that I'm never really expecting to hear anything.
Oh, it's not till
noteworthy.
It's not till 12:40, so it'll be okay. Yeah, we won't hear that until later in the afternoon.
We won't get it. You'll have to tune in to the playbook to kind of hear that.
You might even have to wait till the drive. I think isn't William going to be at Media Days today?
Is he?
Yeah, is he even going to do are they doing a show today?
I don't know. I didn't know that William's going to Media Days.
He said he was thinking about it. I figured
you'll hear from William regardless. I guess.
Yeah, at some point.
Tweet something out.
I think he is here in the building. So
he is here in the building right now, but is he going to be here for when they're doing the presser, which is at 1:00 or 12:40 when his show is?
William. Normally, John just has to yell to William, and then he'll come in here. I say we just leave it up to mystery.
Yeah, just tune in at 1:00. Figure it out for yourself, or wait for William to tweet something out.
Well, anyways, we know that football practice will start tomorrow. We can absolutely guarantee that, and I think some of the biggest storylines that we got to watch for. We've talked about the quarterback battle. We just kind of went through that a little bit. I think there's a lot more intrigue in terms of this roster and kind of maybe some other places to go. To me, I kind of look at that third spot in the wide receiver room. Who's going to kind of take that spot? Does a guy like Radarius Jackson, who's maybe got a little bit more experience, can he come in and take that spot? Does a guy like TK Keys, who's a very highly touted recruit, kind of take that one over? You know that you're going to have Braylon Staley and Mike Matthews, but
don't forget Travis Smith Jr. either.
Yeah, Travis Smith, the guy that was
There's three guys gunning for that last spot, really.
Pretty highly rated recruit that, felt like did a really nice job in this offseason in terms of being able to kind of transform himself physically. We'll see if he's able to go out there and make an impact for sure. So, yeah, throw Travis Smith into that equation. Who are you guys kind of looking at as hopefully being that wide receiver 3? And do you maybe feel like it's a guy to start the season and then, halfway through or towards the back end, maybe another guy kind of takes over that role as wide receiver 3?
Well, because we spent so much money on him, I wanted that third guy to be TK Keys.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair when you talk about investment.
Being biased, I think it'd be cool to see. It's not, I don't think he's going to be third guy right now, but down the road, maybe, Catholic's Tyreek King.
Sure.
Getting some playing time.
Sure.
But yeah, TK Keys.
TK Keys is your number 3. Bubba, Josh, who we got is your 3. If you could pick it, maybe just to start the year, and if you feel like a guy unseats him, in the middle of the year.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think to start the year, it'll be Radar Jackson, and then I think TK Keys will play his way.
Plot twist here.
Plot twist.
Mike Matthews gets sent down. TK Keys steps up. Brandon Staley has the 1.
No,
Radar at 2.
Not happening.
I hope that Mike Matthews doesn't have to get sent down.
We do not want that to happen at all.
But I do feel like I kind of agree with you there, Josh. I think the staff is probably going to give the benefit of the doubt to a guy like Radar, who's gotten a year of experience in the building. I think himself is definitely probably transformed himself physically, and then just kind of the familiarity with the system and everything like that. I think that's big time for, especially when we're talking about inexperienced quarterbacks. I think it'd be nice to have, say what you want about his game experience, but he's a guy that's been in that system, and you feel like you'd have at least 3 starting wide receivers that kind of know their way around the program versus, maybe a guy like TK Keys, who you're asking potentially a freshman quarterback to go throw to another freshman wide receiver. That might just be a little bit too much new blood in that locker room there, maybe. So yeah, I think I'm siding with you there, Josh. I would imagine Radar probably gets the rub to start off, and it'll probably be up to him whether or not he just goes and takes that wide receiver 3 spot by the horns, or if maybe his play is a little bit left to be desired, and TK Keys kind of takes that one over.
I'm just happy we've got some depth at the receiver spot this year. It felt like Radar and Travis last year were just a little bit too raw, too new to really play any meaningful snaps. It just felt like we really just had 3 receivers, and that was it. This year, we've got at least 5 that I'm like, okay, if they got to get thrown into some game action, I'm cool and I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, it did feel like last year you're sitting there and you're like, all right, if a wide receiver gets hurt,
where are
we going?
It felt like we also couldn't really go that up tempo because we couldn't sub them out when they needed to. Like if they ran a go ball, typically you like to sub out one of your receivers if they run a go ball or back-to-back, intermediate routes or back-to-back deep routes. This year we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to sub them off if we need to. They're not going to be as gassed. They'll be a little bit fresher. That's
something too that I'm actually very interested in, just because of that depth. How much more rotation do we see? Because Josh Heupel is typically hey, I got my 3 guys and I'm going to stick with those 3 as long as I can. Like you're saying, on the couple routes where you have a overthrown go ball or something like that, you'll get that guy off the field and rotate somebody in. But yeah, when it feels like you've got talent, 1 through 5, maybe even 1 through 6 in that room, I am interested to see if maybe you'll see a little bit more of some rotation in that room. I would imagine that maybe you don't go as up tempo at times, just to kind of help out that young quarterback too, just in terms of kind of processing ability and kind of having everything just a little bit more, under his control, I guess you could say.
Or maybe you do, because you can get the opposing defense out of sync and out of whack, and that'll help your young quarterback.
Give him some easy
also.
reads. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that'll be a very interesting battle there. Wide receiver 3, who goes and takes that one. To me, my next one, defensive line. That's my next key to the Chaz Coleman, but I think that definitely put a little bit of a bigger hole in that room there. I think you're going to ask some different guys to go be productive on that line to be really, really productive as well. So to me, just that defensive line room is one of my biggest question marks on this team going into the season. And if you can get, solid play out of them, I think that really helps, those linebackers and that secondary be able to play a little bit more productive as well.
Yeah, it's certainly the most inexperienced group probably that we've got on the defense of the three levels. It's what are you going to get out of Xavier Gilliam? Is David Hobbs going to be able to stay healthy? Is Marion Dye going to be able to step up and be able to produce like we've seen him flash before? Is Arian Carter or a T-Lander going to move down and be an edge guy for us, which I think they should, but Arian's now out for the first 2 games of the season, so we got to adjust to that. So
yeah, I think in a couple of Arian Carter's SEC Media Days interviews, he mentioned that he's going to be he
hinted at it,
playing a little bit of edge there, which I think is good.
I think is great. That's the one guy I would want to see out of that group. It lets you get more of your best defensive players on the field with how deep your linebacking room is.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I think there's some younger guys that can play that linebacker position probably a little bit better than Carter, just in terms of athletically. I think Carter, has the most in terms of just experience and that veteran leadership and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think ideally you'd be kind of moving to some of those younger, higher rated recruits that you've been getting. And, maybe it's kind of a 2-for-1 there. You can get younger at that linebacker spot, and you can also kind of fill some of your holes there at the edge position there with kind of sliding a guy like Carter into there potentially too. You mentioned T-Lander. I think that's a good one too, Josh, because I'm excited to see what he looks like after this Derek Owings, kind of renewed look to this team. I think so many times last year I was looking at T-Lander and I go, I love the intensity that he plays with, but man, he's slow at times.
Yeah, he felt 2 steps slow, really.
Yeah, you go, and you might be making the right read at times, but you just can't get there because you're not as gifted athletically. So
did Owings was he on Owings?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me check that.
He wasn't on one of the pictures.
But he might have been on the speed.
I hope he's a speed guy. But
he redacted all the names.
Right. So. None of the names were showed on that. Hey, if we go from 12 to 47, it was.
Yeah, I mean, he got faster at some point.
I'm going to hope that T-Lander's in that 12 to 47 category there. I would hope. Maybe he just maybe we have squeezed all the juice that we can get out of the Jeremiah T-Lander orange, but I think Derek Owings has got a little bit more left in the tank for him there. Let's hit a quick break. On the other side, we'll wrap up some more Tennessee football talk here, and we will get you to some Hour 3 headlines. Stick with us. Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event? You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a Thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
Talk Sports here on a Tuesday, finishing up hour number 2 here, diving into some Tennessee football talk. Had a good first hour discussing Jalen Washington and his commitment to Tennessee basketball. But like Bubba said, the basketball brain, it's got some cobwebs on it. The football brain, though, firing on all cylinders, I think. Right, Bubba?
Yeah.
There we go.
And by all cylinders, we mean 3 because the fourth one's been blown for a minute, but
that's just all the available ones we got.
Yeah.
We're working with what we got, Bubba. But yeah, we talked a little bit about fall camp starting off here in this last segment, talking some, positions that we are most excited for, maybe some battles that we are most excited for sure. Wanted to maybe dive into just kind of what we feel like the biggest concern is on this team. I feel like we should go maybe outside of just quarterback because I think that's the easy.
That's a layup, yeah.
Yeah, that's the easy option. I think most Tennessee fans are. Maybe you're not concerned, but that's just at least the thing that you're obviously looking most to is what's that new quarterback gonna look like? Whether it's Faison Brandon, whether it's George McIntyre, whether it's Ryan Staub, maybe. But yeah, the biggest Tennessee roster question outside of that quarterback position. Josh, let's start with you. Where do you kind of feel like Tennessee to take that next step, get out of, the feeling that we had to end the season last year and everything? Where do you feel like Tennessee needs to really improve on to go out there and, hopefully turn 7-8 win seasons into 9-10 win season type of things?
Yeah, I know we just talked about the defensive line. They're one of them, but I'll step away from them since we just talked about them. I'll stay on the defensive side of the ball, though, and go the portal additions in the secondary. I want to see how they're able to play. We really revamped our entire secondary. The only returning starter is Ty Redmond, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'm overlooking.
Farouk.
Yeah, Farouk. Will he start though? He'll play absolutely, but will he start?
He will be competing against
Quay
Lane.
Quay Moss too.
Quay Moss looks to be a potential starter.
Okay.
I feel like Quay Moss is going to be that nickel back that you've got, and then I think Farouk and DeJuan Lane will kind of be the
other
that safety spot that you're looking at.
But yeah, so it's Farouk. Redmond is the only for sure bona fide starter you've got back. Farouk might start. He'll absolutely play. Farouk's a good player. I like him. He's young. But it's how can these portal additions in the secondary, adapt to SEC football. For some of them, obviously Kyan Lee, he'll be returning to SEC football. But how do they adapt to SEC football? For most of them, how do they adapt to a Jim Knowles scheme? And how do they play together? The secondary, you've got to be able to play somewhat as a unit, in your coverages. You've got to communicate very well and know when you have help and know when you don't, and know who can cover for you, who can't, who can help you out, and who can't based off what look or what coverage you're in. And so that's defensively, that's probably the other question that I have is just how does that secondary gel together and play together? It'll be better than last year. I'm confident saying that. That's not going to be a very difficult thing to do, obviously, with I mean, it was like watching a hot knife go through butter with our defense last year, especially as we got later into the season. But that would be the only other question I have. I'm very confident in our linebacking group. I think they're going to be the heart and soul of this defense. So defensive line, secondary, like I just mentioned, how do those transfer additions really step up and play? How do they fit into Jim Knowles' scheme?
Yeah, you absolutely, gave up too many big plays in the secondary last year. I think
we did overlook Metcalf, by the way. We got corrected in the chat. He'll absolutely start.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he seems like a guy that definitely is going to come into probably that free safety position and be able to go compete right away. And then, it's going to be Duane Lane and Farouk kind of battling it out in that other spot there. But I don't have the number in front of me. I know that Tennessee was near the bottom in the country in terms of like explosive pass plays given up or 20-plus pass plays given up, whatever it was. It was bad news for Tennessee. And
I'll see if I can pull those up for you right now. It ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah, you knew that you were kind of, climbing uphill a little bit without Jermod McCoy last year. You're able to get Colton Hood in there. But, yeah, I mean, just some growing pains with a guy like Ty Redmond. Showed some really great flashes.
But that'll benefit him immensely this season and the next and the one after.
No, I mean, he's a guy that got thrown into the fire his freshman year and, was able to, I thought, really just kind of work his way through it last year and play some really solid ball down the stretch. And I would absolutely expect a big sophomore jump from Ty Redmond. I know that we talked about the defensive line in the last segment. My point's going to be kind of defensive line adjacent. And to me, it's just what those kind of returning players that maybe haven't popped for Tennessee can do. And you mentioned some of them in the last segment there, Josh. But like, to me, Tyree Weathersby, David Hobbs, Isaiah Campbell, those type of guys that were really highly rated recruits coming out of school that, maybe have battled some injuries or just haven't really been in line to go have a huge impact on winning. To me, those are the guys that have got to go take that jump. And I think those are the guys that, that's the sign of healthy programs is when you can recruit those guys, you can let them sit for a year. You've got some talent ahead of them that, that was NFL talent, the likes of, James Pierce and Joshua Josephs and all those guys. But when your name is called now, can you step up? And especially in a year, when that defense is going to be the main thing that people are looking at, is it was, kind of a detractor to this team last year. How are you able to come into a new system and kind of learn that one quickly, but how are you also able to just kind of prove it to not only yourself and the rest of this team, but these fans that, these are guys that you feel like you went after big time in high school recruitment. Can you go out there and can you prove it at the biggest level? I think that's kind of the next step for a lot of these guys.
So I've got some stats on the defense last year. They gave up 28.8 points per game. That's 92nd nationally, 15th in the SEC. Total defense, we gave up 397 yards per game, so right at 400, 113th nationally, 15th in the SEC. Passing defense, we gave up 245 yards per game, 109th nationally, 14th in the SEC. Rushing defense, we gave up 152 yards a game, 72nd nationally, 12th in the SEC. And I did find some explosive play stats for you. We gave up 60 plays of 20 yards or more.
Yeah.
That's 15th in the SEC. That's atrocious. We gave up 21 30-plus yards plays, tied for 11th in the SEC. We gave up 8 40-plus yard plays. That's tied for 5th in the SEC. We only gave up 3 50-plus yard plays. That's second best in the SEC. But I'm really looking at the 20 and 30-yard plays, 60, 20-plus yard plays. I mean, that's 5 a game. It's not sustainable.
Yeah, and it's just like no matter how many explosive plays you had yourself, you're just not able to catch up with it, and if you can just cut those numbers down by 30%, you feel like this defense is improving drastically. And, you're kind of hoping those scales slide in the other direction, where, you're getting maybe some inexperience offensively. You're hoping that can kind of stay the same. And you're hoping this defense can kind of level itself out a little bit. We're not asking them to go be a top 10 unit nationally. Just go be middle of the pack, closer a little bit towards the top, hopefully in the SEC. And you feel like with what Josh Heupel's able to do offensively year in, year out, that all you got to do is just be average defensively.
Everybody's going to give up 20-plus yard plays. Everybody does. Missouri led the conference with 34 for least allowed. The middle of the pack puts you between South Carolina and Ole Miss. South Carolina allowed 46, Ole Miss allowed 48. So middle of the conference, you're sitting at 47 plays allowed of 20-plus yards. Just get to that.
Yeah.
Just cut one a game down if you can.
Yeah. We're not asking for much. We don't want you to be perfect. Just get a little bit more average. Just be good enough for government work. Bubba, what do you feel like is kind of the biggest thing that you're looking at here is kind of the make or break moment maybe for Tennessee?
I mean, they've touched on a lot, as in you and Josh, but I'm going to go with the Leo position here. Chaz Coleman out.
Yeah.
Jordan Norman transferring in from Tulane. They ran a 4.25, I believe. Don't know if hopefully he's learning, the position quite well. Except that's going to be also I don't know how much that'll play into factor the season, how often we're going to line up using that. But just something I will be taking note of.
Yeah, I think Jordan Norman's a good one there. I mean, he's a guy to me that kind of just feels like nobody's talking about him. It seems like all the defensive talk with the transfers is just everyone that you got over from Penn State and how that's going to be able to kind of translate. You talk about your offense, and it just seems like everything is centered around those quarterbacks. And then, it does just kind of feel like the supposed crown jewel of your transfer class in Chaz Coleman. Once that situation happened, it kind of just felt like we did our best to sweep it under the rug and say, all right, we're just going to worry about this position when we get to football season. And yeah, maybe Jordan Norman's a guy that, as a guy who's got a lot of experience coming over from Tulane, can kind of just walk into the building and say, hey, I'm going to have a professional approach to this position, and I'm going to be able to give you some production here. Didn't take much to replicate what Chaz Coleman did last year. I know that he's got all the traits, but
I mean, he better be one of those guys on the list, the speed. So
I hope, that'd be nice if Jordan Norman has come in here and is definitely, maybe shed a couple pounds, put on a little bit more muscle, gotten a little bit faster as well. That's definitely a good one. Here in the chat, I like this from Volin SC. Here's a wild card. Kickers, for the love of God, they better be improved this year.
We spent money on him.
Cooper Ranvier.
Yep. He's got some swag.
He does. He's in my good graces right now.
That can change very quickly, though.
Exactly. As soon as a kicker who likes to classify himself as a guy with swag, who has like the tatted up leg sleeve and everything.
You better make your freaking kicks.
Make your kicks, because you can't be making an ass of yourself outside of that. But he does seem like a guy. I mean, reading some stuff, it sounds like this Ranvier kid like kind of talks some trash at practice too whenever he's making kicks. And I don't know. I like that out of the guy. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a good listener submission there. Hell, I mean, there's an argument that Tennessee was a playoff team if you had a better kicker last year. So, we'll see if, you can go into the portal and get a guy out of there. That'll wrap things up for hour number 2. More on the other side, some headlines. I don't think we'll get to trivia. Maybe we'll play another game, though, in between that. Stick with us. Hour 3 coming at you right after this.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a Thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ay. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride in a hearse.
Hour number 3 of a Tuesday edition of Talk Sports kicking off for you right now as we got some headlines for you. Josh, take it away.
Yep, first one. This came out last night in a Mexican baseball league. We had a massive brawl break out after a rundown ended in a sucker punch.
I don't think I saw this.
Let me.
What do I look up? Mexican brawl?
Go to Barstool Sports on Twitter.
Mexican baseball fight. Here we go.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll show Bubba, right? I mean, here we go.
Let's see. I love the jerseys in Mexican baseball leagues too. They've got sponsors just all over them. You talk about hating it if you're a college sport. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That rocks.
It was pretty, that woke me up this
down.
Oh my gosh, it fired me up.
Kenny Powers, baby.
Tags him out. Boom.
That guy's a sore loser.
A little 1-2, yeah, a little two-piece combo.
Be faster.
Quick left, big right hook. Drops him. Goes for the kick, too.
I mean, it was legit.
He tries to kick his head. Okay, and then the guy gets taken down in the benches clearing fight too.
I mean, it was a big one, but probably the biggest brawl I've seen on a baseball field.
That's pretty solid.
I think
the guy got some punches in, then he also got some punches received too.
I think we need more fights in baseball. Yeah, like it gets boring enough. You get into the dog days of summer, man. Like not everyone wants to tune in to game 102, 114, whatever it is that you're on. even just like we got Shark Week. Can we do Fight Week where like you don't have to fight, but if you do, you don't get suspended?
Yeah, it's allowed for a week. Maybe that first week back from the All-Star break or that second week back from the All-Star break.
Yeah, like some guy pisses you off and just boom. Jaw jacking
I wouldn't go
real
that
quick.
far, but I think that when you like with the benches clearing, if they clear, then you have to fight. You know? Like I don't need it to be an everyday thing.
I feel like if the benches do clear, I mean, odds are you are fighting.
There has to be at least one punch thrown though if the bench is clear.
Hear me out here. So we know that, Smokies Stadium, multi-purpose facility, they put that pitching mound down into the ground whenever the soccer team has to play. What if we just have like a ring under the stadium? The ring comes up from the ground,
rises.
Whoever's just in the ring, like maybe the bench is clear, you might be on the outside of the ring and you're really wanting to fight. You can't fight, brother. Whoever's just in the ring as it comes up from the ground, that's who's just got to scrap, and it's just a giant brawl in the ring.
What if it's an umpire?
He's got to throw hands.
What if it's
he's
both
got gear on? He's
what
good.
if it's all three umpires that are just kind of standing there talking?
It's triple threat. The umpire match.
They do emergency umps, right? They've got them at the ready.
Yeah, they're on standby.
Either they'll just take a coach and have him be.
Maybe the umps can, force some other. Maybe they can be like, all right, we're out of here, but we'll take 3 volunteers. No. Like a little Royal Rumble, but baseball edition.
I mean, I can't advocate for fighting.
Sure you can.
But maybe it helps get the juices flowing a little bit more.
The alternate angle of this rocks, too.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome.
I wonder what got into this guy. Like, he didn't tag him that hard.
No, it wasn't an aggressive. Maybe I think he was just mad he got tagged out.
I think because the type of players they are, he could have mumbled something, as he's tagging them.
Yeah.
Like,
Could
gotcha, explicitive or something like that.
Would you go to a game like this?
If I knew that was going to happen, yeah.
I mean,
like if you were on a trip in Mexico and then like you found out that you're minutes away from the local baseball stadium that plays a game like this.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
It seems like the passion and the pageantry is unmatched.
I can't wait. I want to go see Japan, the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, I want to get to the Tokyo Dome too.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
So it's like they do their big old like high school tournament.
Uh-huh.
I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but like
they just have 16-year-olds out there throwing like 275 pitches in a game.
Yeah, like that.
Just pumping
just
104
so
every pitch. Yeah.
I think I probably would like to do a game over in Japan more.
With this,
but there's no chance this is happening in Japan.
With the Mexico, yeah, they're too respectful. With this, all I could think about is just Kenny Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Just the eastbound and down.
To me, all I can think of is like I wish Trevor Bauer was in this.
Is he in that Mexican league or did he go Japan?
I don't know where he's playing now.
Because I know he went overseas somewhere. I just don't remember which country he went to.
It sounds like he's maybe still in this Mexican baseball league.
I mean, I think if you name
Trevor
a country, he'll be there.
He'll be there.
Yeah, it's a solid chance that he's done it.
If you pay him, he'll do
I
it.
forgot about this. Yeah, he signed with the Long Island Ducks. This was back in, when was this story published? June 22nd, pretty recently. Okay. So he's back in the Mexican Baseball League. So this could have just happened to his team. Plays for the Diablo Rojas. Signed with Diablo Rojas.
Let's see if we can get a team.
Man, this would have been cool if Trevor Bauer's in the middle of this.
I don't think he was pitching because it would have been.
It would have been news if
no.
Trevor Bauer was in
looks
this.
like Tijuana was one of the teams because I see a TIJ abbreviation. I don't know about the other one. It's MVA.
I feel like you would have seen like.
I mean, they're throwing gloves, throwing hands.
The
to the
John
back of the
Boys
head.
of the world go and post it if it was Trevor Bauer in this.
Oh yeah, they're. Oh my gosh, I didn't watch this video all the way through yet.
No, yeah, I mean the other team just goes and takes out.
The umpires are just standing there. They're not even doing anything.
There's no chance that you can stop that if you're an ump. You just got to get away and hope that some of the other guys on the team can stop this one.
I was waiting for one of them just to like peg somebody with a baseball.
Yeah. Maybe a baseball bat to the head.
Yeah, that's got to be the most devastating thing that could happen in one of these.
It's a good video. It's a good video. We got any more fights? Did we have a fight in the WNBA last night, or is it just Mexican baseball?
I think it's just Mexican baseball. I've not seen a fight in the WNBA. Next headline I've got for you is Tennessee running back Deshaun Bishop has been named to the Maxwell Award preseason watch list, one of 81 players to make the list.
That's right.
Bubba?
The Heisman bet for the big, bad Deshaun Bishop.
Named to the Maxwell Award finalists.
Preseason watch list.
Yeah,
okay. he's one of 81 players.
The goat of underdogs.
Do we have like who else is kind of listed for that?
I'll pull it up.
Also, another Vol got named to a watch list as well. Bennett Brady, our long snapper.
Hell yeah. Shout out Bennett Brady. Had some classes with Bennett Brady.
So there's actually a decent mix of some.
The Maxwell Award's like just
here.
the big one, right?
Yeah, it's
like
best overall player.
Right. It's not the Heisman, but it's like kind of just like best overall player.
So, I mean, you've got your big boys on here, but you've also got like Air Force's quarterback is on here. Akron's running back is on here. Ryan Williams, Noah Fafita's here.
Okay.
Byron Brown, DJ Lagway, Bear Bachmeyer.
I'm seeing the UTSA quarterback on here. No offense to Owen McCown, but
well, they got to start with if you're going to be. I mean, they got to have an expansive.
There's a lot of names I'm seeing.
Gunnar Stockton's on here. Josh Hoover. But then you've also got Jacksonville State's quarterback.
Arch Manning's on it.
How often do they vote for this thing?
Darian Mensah, Malachi Toney. I want maybe once a quarter of the season is when they cut it down. Bryce Underwood's still there. Ahmad Hardy is on the list. CJ Bailey from NC State. I know Bubba was talking about NC State some yesterday.
I'm assuming Deshaun is probably the only Tennessee guy we got on the list here.
Yeah, he is. Dante Moore, Rocco Beck, Trinidad Chambliss, Kewan Lacey, Drew Mestemaker, Caleb Hawkins, John Mateer is on the list. Lenore Sellers is on the list. Deshaun Bishop, like we mentioned. Marcel Reed, Mario Craver. Let's see which guys Tennessee's got to play that's on this list. I feel like that'll be a good thing to look at. Marcel Reed, Mario Craver. We got to play. Lenore Sellers, we got to play.
Got to play Arch and Cam.
Yep, Arch and Cam.
So this list is basically just any guy that
could be decent.
A very productive returning starter.
Sam Levitt. Sam Levitt's on there.
I think if this is a
Justice
once in
Haynes
a quarter,
from Georgia Tech.
If this is once in a quarter, then I think seeing Deshaun Bishop on it through,
No, it's not. It's not a surprise that he's on the preseason list.
Ryan Coleman Williams, the 17-year-old who's now 19.
The husband.
I had this debate on my podcast. When we did our top 10 returning wide receivers, neither of us had Ryan Williams.
I hate Ryan. I don't think Ryan Williams is good at football.
No, neither of us had Ryan Williams as a top 10 returner in college football for wide receivers. We couldn't justify it based off his numbers and drop problems. And the guys we had ahead of him, we're like, listen, if you asked us this question a year ago, he's probably number 3 or something. But based off the year that he just had, did not have the receiving yards to back it up, did not have the consistency to back it up, had drop problems. We just couldn't justify it. We just didn't see it. Is the talent there? Yeah. But he didn't. You can have all the talent in the world, and he just didn't go do it.
I feel very certain that Ryan Williams is going to suck in the NFL. I'm just not a big fan of his. I don't know what. I thought like TikTok and like short form sports media just absolutely fell in love with the guy after he had that insane game against Georgia. And then we just kind of assumed that he was like the greatest wide receiver we've ever seen. And they kind of just stopped watching him for the rest of the season there because he didn't really do a whole lot after that. And then we're just penciling him in as like ballerina does a twist in the middle of, in air and catches a football and comes down with it for a touchdown. And he's the next. Like seeing this guy's name next to Jeremiah Smith would piss me off if I was Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, that's exactly why we didn't include him. I mean, I'll pull up my list and we put him as an honorable mention, but he did not crack our top 10. And I'll tell you the 10 guys that we had above him. I mean, I had Staley above him, Ryan Wingo above him, Amari Thomas from Houston is above him, Cooper Barkate above him, Craver above him, Deuce Robinson from Florida State above him, KJ Duff from Rutgers above him, and then Cam Coleman, Malachi Toney, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
I think you're just making up names at that point.
Can confirm I did not make up names.
I mean, I think Ryan Williams was like the third best wide receiver on their team last year.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy Bernard was absolutely better.
Yeah. Next headline, please.
Domino's is now paying customers $5 in discounts to beta test its revamped website and mobile app. Quote, you get paid for ordering pizza, no coding, debugging, or Q&A reports required.
Huge thumbs down.
You don't like that?
You don't like
I
Domino's?
hate Domino's.
What's wrong with Domino's?
They're not good.
Yeah, they are.
What's your preferred chain pizza place? Like in that?
Pizza Hut.
Okay.
At the top. Papa John's.
Can respect the Johns.
At 2.
Not a Papa John's guy.
Really?
No.
Marco's at 3. Little Caesars at 4.
I can get down with a Little Caesars respect.
Domino's is way at the bottom. Papa Murphy's above them.
I don't put those in like the same category. There's so many more Domino's than Papa Murphy's in the country. Same with Marco's too.
Yeah. Marco's is good, but I don't when I'm thinking like fast food delivery pizza, I don't count that. I would go
disappointing, Bubba.
I would go Domino's, John's, and then
Sorry, you're not a
Little
ball
Caesars.
knower.
Is it offensive for me to say that you strike me as a Domino's guy?
Yeah, I'm kind of hurt by that.
What about
Now, if
their
you said
pizza
I
do you not
struck
like?
you as a Domino's pasta kind of guy, I could get behind that.
Okay.
Why do you not like their pizza? Like, what about their pizza do you not like?
There's just something with the crust that I just don't appreciate. Papa John's, they switched over too, and they're in pretty hot water, but I give them a pass because of their cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks are good.
Because Papa John's now, their crust has become a little bit sweet,
Okay.
and I'm not okay with that.
Let me throw this name at, where does Jets Pizza rank for y'all? Are y'all Jets fans?
Jets is at the top of the list if I would put Jets in that same category.
I would.
I love Jets.
Jets is fantastic.
That's what I had last night.
Jets would be at 3.
At 3?
Jets is what I had last night.
I would go.
Can't beat the 8 corner.
I would go. Do I put Jets above Domino's? I know you would, but
I'm with you on Pizza Hut. Actually, I like Pizza
see,
Hut.
I'm not a big Pizza Hut guy. Pizza Hut's probably towards the bottom of my list.
No snappy tomato thrown in.
That's a throwback right there.
CC's.
My go would be Gaddy's.
Music City Sam does not agree with you, Bubba.
That's all right.
He says saying Domino's sucks, then loving Pizza Hut is wild.
I don't think it is, but
everybody's got the right to their preference.
Domino's dough is too much bread, according to Vol and SC. See, to me, that's Papa John's. To me, I feel like I'm eating like a biscuit when I'm eating Papa John's.
Are you including the crust in this or just the base of it?
Both. I mean,
you got to include the crust as a whole.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a pretty important distinction between like the base, where all the toppings are on top of, and then you got the crust, which is like once you finish it, you dip that into the marinara sauce or the butter.
It needs a sauce for its crust to be good.
Yeah.
See, I don't dip the crust at all.
You seem like a guy that would just no crust at all. You just eat it and then you just toss it aside.
Yeah, no, I'm not that.
I do have back in like my senior year in college, my roommate, it was like 2 times in a week he ordered Papa John's pizza. Both times he ate the little pepper that they give you.
Oh,
that thing squirted all in his eye. he had like pepper in his eye. The first time he was just running around the house. I got pepper in my eye. I got pepper in my eye. And then
did you help a brother out?
He ordered Papa. There was nothing to do. I didn't really know. I was like, I got contact solution. You want to squirt a little bit of that in there? And then he ordered it the second time and he was screaming again, I got pepper in my eye. And obviously nobody believed him. How does that happen twice in a row?
Why would you go? I would just be kind of too embarrassed to go like advertise the fact that I got pepper squirted in my eye. So I just kind of go take care of it myself.
Yeah. I think he tried to, and then we kind of walked. His eyes are red and he's just crying basically. And we're like, are you good, dude? And he's like, yeah, I just, the Papa John's pepper got to me.
It happened again. Yeah.
You got any more headlines?
No, that was all that I saw, unless Bubba's got something that I missed.
I've got a good one here from the New York Post. Is
this sorry to
go ahead.
Is this involving a Spider-Man premiere?
Yes.
And
I did see this one. I didn't include it.
So what happened, Sam?
An entire theater evacuated during a Spider-Man screening due to a moviegoer's uncontrollable bout of, quote, rotten flatulence. This guy was farting up a storm. I don't know if the guy just evacuating an entire theater because of his lethal farts is funnier, or the fact that, you know, the Spider-Man in the actual suit is like taking calls on how to get this situation fixed. That does seem like a worst case scenario. How bad do your farts have to be too to evacuate an entire theater, not just like the people around you?
I wonder how big of a theater it is too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, these had to have lingered for a while, because normally, like, it's just, you know, maybe 10 seconds or so for a whole theater to be evacuated because of this.
Also, just like the wording from the New York Post is hilarious to me.
Yeah, seeing it from probably the New York Post, like, report on this is probably
the
hilarious.
Theater goers' proverbial pumpkin bomb filled the darkened auditorium with a horrible odor, prompting audience members to flee the seats in disgust.
That's too much. Let's just call it what it is. Let's stop beating around the bush. Why are we trying to get all fancy with vocabulary and everything? Just call it like it is.
Yeah. Just say the guy was farting bad.
Listen, I went to school for journalism. We don't want to hear all this fancy lingo. They literally tell us, they're like, dumb it down so your audience knows what you're talking about.
The guy dressed up as Spider-Man just carries this whole thing.
He's awesome, right? He's taking that phone call like, you know, like he's
trying to save the city.
It's like he's got another theater lined up for another showing. Like, hey, if you walked out because of the farts, I got you covered in Theater 6 down the hall.
To be fair, I would appreciate that very much. If that happened to me when I went on opening night last Thursday and they didn't show the movie, I would have been irate. I would have had to like figure something out.
You know, now it's like, would I rather have a very terrible flatulence or a kid kicking the back of my seat throughout the movie?
I feel like you got to go with the kick in the seat, Bubba.
Oh yeah, you weren't. He did have that experience.
I did. I heard about this for a little bit. Yeah. That's tough. Little kid?
Yeah.
You should have sprayed him with water.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the whole thing to his system. The mom's packing a whole damn buffet. A bottle falls over and you just hear the ringing of her hydro flask.
Okay, I'm cool with sneaking like a plastic water bottle into a theater, but if I'm a theater employee and I see somebody bringing in a hydro flask,
if you're a mother at a fully packed out theater at 11 a.m. on a Saturday, they're just gonna kind of let you.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bubba.
I think you should have to sneak it in. I think it should have to be a skill. If you get it in without them noticing, you're good. Who cares?
Yeah.
But if you're just walking in with something, like, no, turn around and go put it in the car. You got to. That's part of the experience. You got to be able to sneak it in.
It's kind of like that Bert Kreischer clip. Like, too many people just assume if you have a massive water bottle, it's just automatically going to be water. Like that lady could have just had.
She could have had gasoline and lit the whole theater on fire for all you know.
Soda in there, you know. It's like you're drinking Kool-Aid out of your massive hydro flask you got there.
You got to sneak it in.
If she does anything, FAFO, like, if she's got gasoline, she's getting dropped.
Yeah.
If she's got something else, it's like, hey, let me get a swig of that.
I think you should have to be able to sneak it in. That if I ever work in a movie theater for whatever reason in my life, if I see somebody carry it in or they're not doing a good enough job of hiding it, I'm making you throw it away or take it back to your car. But if you get it in past me and I don't see it, what doesn't see it, or what I can't see can't hurt me.
You just hate fun.
Another
I think that's
person
part of the
wrote,
fun.
To ruin a whole cinema like that, only God knows what that person ate.
I wouldn't say that's ruining fun at all, Bubba. I'd say part of the fun is being able to sneak it in.
Yeah, no, I get that. The amount of times that I've stuffed some Taco Bell,
if you can get it
chicken
in,
flatbread melts in my pants.
If you can get it in without it being detected, that's awesome. That's each time I went this weekend, I snuck something in.
Hopefully, you're only going to the movies when you have chicken flatbread melts in your pants.
Nah.
Hopefully, that's the only scenario where you put them in your pants.
That or going to sporting events. I've taken them to a Tennessee basketball game before. I'll say it.
You hear that, Danny?
Yeah, that's right.
You got to update your metal detectors, Danny. They got to be able to detect other things.
Well, Spider-Man's farting up a storm, I guess. That'll wrap things up. for headlines, maybe a little game here in the show.
We got one prepped?
I think I've got something here in my emails.
Okay.
Well, tentatively, we have a game on the other side, depending on if I can find this in my email. Stay tuned. More Talk Sports to wrap up this Tuesday show coming at you after the break.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. Can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Wrangled up a little factor cap in the break from our friend Volin SC. Shout out to him. We're just all going to play this, but I guess I'll just administer it.
Also, while I can, joke's on you egging your fist, Volin SC. Today he did not remind me about.
Oh, he did. I put it up on the screen. I just didn't announce it.
Never mind. Egg on my face. All right.
No, he did. He did it towards the very beginning of the show. I saw it, and we were talking about important stuff, so I just flashed it up on the screen for everybody to see.
Unfortunately, Bubba, this was the fourth message of the show. Good morning to everyone except Bubba because he forgot to hit the buttons.
All right. Well, I thought I had a chance. I don't. So now, like a groundhog, I'm going back in the hole for 6 more weeks of winter.
You know, Bubba, I don't know. I kind of know Vol and SC, pretty well over listening to the shows over the years. I don't know if you're going to get away with this one ever. Like you might get reminded of this every day, forever.
I hope so. He's apparently he's going to be trying to make his way up to Knoxville for a game this season.
Let's go.
Asking me for recommendations. I might send him to Magnolia if he's lucky.
Bubba, that would be we can't be doing that to the listeners, Bubba.
We can't lose a loyal listener.
You at least have to go with him. You can take him to some, questionable areas of town, but you gotta go with him. A little camaraderie.
Nah, he's a family man. I can't do that to him.
There you go. I got a little factor cap here.
Look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps when you spell the man name.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Our country has failed us.
Facts. I had one coach, and he used to say, "Put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable."
Oh yeah,
Play
that's
outside
my
of your
favorite
comfort
saying.
zone.
That's my favorite saying.
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and I said he was going to. Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now.
That's still one of my favorite clips ever.
Oh,
I had a one coach.
It hits a little bit different now.
Situations.
There's a little something to it since LeBron made his decision.
Yeah.
So I think it's the first time we played it since then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, hearing his voice and just be like, wow, this guy, man.
I knew I was going to Philadelphia all along, man. Ever since I was in Cleveland.
Yeah, Braun really had this whole thing planned out. He knew from his rookie year where he was going and when.
Adam Silver just wanted him to drag it out, though.
Mm-hmm. Company man. Well, we got a couple factor cap here for you. Leading things off, still a little sports related. Factor cap, Eric Berry should have his number retired.
I'll let you start.
Fact.
Yeah, I'll give it a fact. I think so too.
It's surprising that it's not. What are all the retired jerseys that we have?
Off the top of my head, obviously 16, 92. Have we retired Al Wilson's yet? In the 27?
I don't know. Let's see here. It seems like that's just a given, man. Like that seems to be a really easy one. Let's see. On the UT Sports website here, you got Johnny Majors, you got Peyton, you got Doug Atkins, you got Reggie White, you got Bill Nowling, you got Rudy Clare, Willis Tucker.
And Clyde Fusion.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like you can't tell, obviously kind of Peyton is that guy as well. But like to me, Peyton Manning and Eric Berry are like the two pillars of like, modern, I guess you could say, Tennessee football in terms of just like.
Man, we've not had a jersey retired since 2012.
It's about damn time.
Johnny Majors. Yeah. Him or Al Wilson, I think, are the ones that would be next.
Yeah, I think Eric Berry absolutely deserves that one. I mean, he's a guy that has just done it all at every single level, not only just his playing ability, but just the offer for him.
And he was an All-American as a freshman?
Yeah, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Don't we have criteria for this? Let me look. I think there's some things.
There is for basketball. I don't know what it is for football.
Let me look it up.
Well, yeah, he's a two-time All-American and the 2008 SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Also a first-round pick.
He won the Jim Thorpe Award, I'm pretty sure, too. Like I said, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame already. Fantastic NFL player, too. It's not like the guy just fell off a cliff when he got into the NFL. I mean, he was fantastic there.
Okay, I've got the number retirement policy per the University of Tennessee. So in 2004, the athletics department began developing criteria, and it was issued in 2005, and it still stands to this day with a couple of revisions that happened in 2012. First one's being recognized as a good citizen and having a minimum of 5 years between the candidate's UT football career. So you have to wait at least 5 years.
Check.
For achievement of 3 of the 5 honors you have to get, you have to be inducted into the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame. So check for
in
that.
The College Football Hall of Fame.
You have to be a Southeastern Conference Player of the Year.
SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Check.
Consensus All-American, Heisman Trophy winner, and or have won one of the following general athletic or academic or non-position specific awards, the Sullivan Award, SEC Athlete of the Year, things of that nature. Check. He was a consensus
Two-time
All-American.
All-American. Yeah. I mean,
achievement of 3 of the 4 professional distinctions. So they have since dropped the professional football accolades, but they used to require you to be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, be an offensive or defensive MVP, or be a Pro Bowler.
I mean, he's a 5-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, or
first team
or holder of a major career season statistical record like yards, sacks, tackles,
the
touchdowns.
fact that the NFL standards are like all of those, and they're like, let's just throw Pro Bowls in there, the most meaningless vote in the world.
This was before the Pro Bowl kind of.
Yeah,
sucked.
I mean, it should be all pros if you're going to have that.
But like I said, in 2012, the criteria was revised, removing the requirement for professional football accolades and clarifying that the jersey would be retired, but not the number itself. The first jersey retired under the new policy was that of Johnny Majors in 2012. So they're really just looking at the college ones now. But Eric Berry fits all those.
What are we doing here, guys?
I think it's time. I think you're right. Let's do it.
It seems like a no-brainer. That's brutal. All right. Well, clean sweep. Fact.
Get on it, Danny.
Speaking of Danny, Factor Cap, Danny White should sell the experience of running through the tee.
Why is that even a question? No. Like he's
Other colleges do it.
What do you mean by sell the, like it's the running through the tee presented by whatever?
No. Like a random fan can go run through the tee with somebody.
Yeah, you can do that.
Like I think USC does that.
Okay, yeah. No, you can do that. I thought you meant like it was like sponsored or something. No, if a fan wants to pay money to go
running through the tee, sponsored by.
That's what I thought you were going at. No,
Eagles.
If a fan wants to do that and pay the athletic department and make a generous donation, sure, let him go run through the tee. Why not?
Leading them out.
I wouldn't go that far. They can run behind him with the cheerleaders.
I want to say no because I still think of that as like a prestigious thing about the university. But I feel like some players might not agree. And when the players don't agree at that point, it's like, sure, we'll let some guy that's been a lifelong fan pay a lot of money to run through it.
Well, it would mean a lot to the guy. But also, if they're going to throw money into the athletic department.
Not enough. I'm going to go with Cap.
Cap. I wrestle with this one because I agree with parts of what both y'all are saying of like, you know, we sell anything these days. If it gets you a little bit more money going your way, then, you know, maybe you can just run out behind the cheerleaders when nobody's really watching
attention.
By that point of being like, oh, who's that random guy there? But I do kind of side with Bubba too. It's like, hey, not everyone is able to, you know, go play for Tennessee, go experience the ability of playing at Neyland Stadium and, you know, experiencing that moment and everything like that. It does feel like something that is built for a select few that go out there and put the work in behind the scenes for it to come to fruition on Saturdays. But I don't know. Day and age of college football, you give me the right amount of money, I think I'll probably.
If you were Danny White, what would you price it at? What would be the donation?
Test.
A breathalyzer test?
Yeah, we got the band out there, you know?
Yeah.
Killing these guys, hitting some guys in really expensive suits and brass instruments.
So what? $50,000 and a BAC of
under 0.08
of what? Got to be clean, sober. Just got to pass the legal limit. What do we think here, Bubba?
50,000 is too much.
Yeah,
I'd probably do like 12,000.
Okay.
I'm looking up what USC charges for this. Oh, the price to ride of the tunnel with the USC Trojans football team ranges from $1,400 to $1,800.
Yeah, we want to price them out.
Yeah, well, and also, I remember like opposing fans trying to take advantage of the USC one and be like, I'm just going to run out onto the field for $1,200. Like, we don't need an Alabama fan going out there and running through the tee with the boys. That could be very problematic. You know?
I think they take a season ticket holder and let them run out or walk out.
You don't want like a Nancy Kerrigan situation with an opposing fan coming in and running through the tee, you know?
Yeah.
God forbid they took out big bad Deshaun Bishop, Bubba.
At that point,
you'd come down from the stands and you'd show that guy what's up.
There'd be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's got money on his Heisman campaign. He can't afford anything.
Yeah, you're financially invested in this kid.
Yeah.
His future's your future.
I think if Deshaun Bishop wins the Heisman Trophy, Bubba should get to run out of the tee with Deshaun Bishop.
I'd have enough money to, so.
You should be able, yeah. I think you should get like a spot on the team for like a week, like a 7-day contract.
Would you go through camp week with the boys?
Absolutely, dude. That'd be just awesome.
But you have to participate.
No, I want to do Oklahoma
Bubba wants
drills.
that CTE.
I want to do stairs, man. I want to do it all. Put me on scout team. I don't care.
There's probably somebody out there that's like, hey, we could use some guys holding up the tackling dummies. If you're listening, Bubba's interested.
All I'm saying is they just gave my graduating class an extra year of eligibility. So, Hype, if you're listening, hit me up.
Factor cap. Strawberry milk is better than chocolate milk.
Cap. What are we doing?
Who is this guy?
What are we doing?
This is
next. Move on. This isn't even a discussion.
What's the best milk flavor you've ever had?
I think I could maybe count on one hand how many times I've even enjoyed strawberry milk in the first place.
I'll say this. When I was little, I would enjoy some strawberry milk.
Yeah. Maybe when I was younger.
I had an experience one time where I had strawberry milk at school and then football practice afterwards.
Oh, that's a bad combo.
And then, like, just a whole bunch of puking.
Mm-hmm.
Bad combo. Chocolate milk is easily the best.
Josh Heupel's not going to allow you to do that, brother. But don't worry.
I'd clean it up.
Derek Owens don't have strawberry milk.
Didn't Weigel's come out with a peanut butter?
Weigel's has come out with so many flavors, and as a true supporter, tried and true, I've had a lot of them.
Is the peanut butter one good?
Peanut butter chocolate is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like it's just a Reese's cup in milk form, basically.
I might have to try that. That one, that sounds
The new one they have out right now is called Summer Reserve.
Didn't they have like an
It's
orange
like a
creamsicle one too?
One. They have had a orange dreamsicle one.
Is it
They had a
just
lemon
peach?
one that was really good.
Ooh.
They've done a blueberry cobbler, which was my favorite of all time. And it shouldn't be because there's not much to it. But they did a red velvet milk, and I guess the red number 40 dye got in my bloodstream and started making me tweak a little bit.
I don't know if I like specialty milk. I think I just like regular milk.
I can get down with the peanut butter one, but the other ones are pretty iffy. But I'm okay with the peanut butter chocolate one.
They've also done like a Wonka inspired one. I think it was just like cool or just sweet or something like that.
Last one here for us. Factor cap. August is the worst month of the year. It's a decent question.
This is a good question.
I've got a couple months I don't like.
As a working man, no. Because we get the return of sports, as in football.
Kind of, like barely. Like just barely.
I even allow high school football to be included in that. But also, yeah, just barely. Kids get to go back to school, so that way they're not polluting things that I like to go and do as much. Like movies and stuff. Theaters aren't as packed. I will say, though, traffic gets a little bit more heavy, though, in the morning and in the afternoon. That's a pretty big thumbs down.
I would almost give it to June or July. Maybe even June, just because, like, there's still not a lot of sports on in June. At least with August, like, even if you say we don't have football yet in August, the anticipation is there. Fall camp is still starting. We've got some talking points to hit and discuss on the show or with the boys with our friends. July and June, you're like, the anticipation and the itch is there, but we're still a month or two away. July also does have the 4th of July, which is a nice holiday. But the dog days of summer really hit in July.
I don't like August a lot. I think February sucks, but like at least you have a little bit of stuff in there.
In February, you got the Super Bowl. College basketball is starting to ramp up.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the Super Bowl and college basketball on my TV than what I've got right now to pick from.
Super Bowl or fall camp? Which one are you taking?
Because at least with fall camp, you've got the whole season to look forward to. The Super Bowl, you're like, man, football's over. You're like, we got one more game.
That's why February sucks. You only have one game.
But I also am a big college basketball guy, so like I turn my attention away from football pretty quickly.
I mean, yeah, but it's cold and dark and easily just the worst weather. Like you're probably past the good snow and ice stuff.
In August, we get the Little League World Series happening too.
I've not watched that.
Oh yeah, we got the Little League World Series, Bubba.
That's coming up here.
When?
It's like this week. I think it's right now. It's like the 2nd through the 9th.
I mean, they're doing a women like Little League Softball World Series, but I think next week we got some stuff happening.
How many Little League World Series games are you going to watch, Bubba?
I mean, it's always that I will sit down and watch. I can't give you a number, but I can tell you that it's always on the main TV in the house. My dad loves it.
Really?
Yeah.
Even like the
playing games between two Southeastern
like,
teams.
Yeah, like the regional games.
Finish that, yeah. So it's like, a couple years ago, Goodlettsville went somewhat kind of far.
Tennessee has had some teams that go pretty deep recently.
Yeah, they're typically out of Nashville though, or the Middle Tennessee area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll never have one from
eastern
part of the state.
No. Would love it if we did, but it ain't happening.
Yeah. August does kind of suck.
There's no major holidays in August.
There's also a song about August by Flip Turn, great indie band.
What do they praise August?
It's like, August, honey, you were mine.
Sing a little more. I don't recognize it.
We don't. No, I'm not going to.
On the other side, we'll wrap up this Tuesday edition of the show, get you out of here, get you on the way to Tony Basilio. Stick with us. A little bit more Talk Sports on the other end. You are listening to Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Citizens
National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
And born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Last segment of this Tuesday edition of Talk Sports. Covered a good bit of Tennessee basketball, the addition of Jalen Washington, talking some Tennessee football as well.
We do have the times that the coaches will be on the podium for Tennessee football. They have just been announced. Heupel will be up there from 12:40 to 1:05. Okay. Jim Knowles will be up there from 1:05 to 1:25, and then Joey Halsley will be up there from 1:25 to 1:45.
All right, so you'll get, 20 minutes or so from the head ball coach, new defensive coordinator Jim Knowles, and then
it is streaming live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, so you can watch these.
Beautiful. Bubba, what did we miss today?
We have missed some personal stuff, as Dave Bautista eyeing to play the Kratos replacement in the God of War series.
I think that's a great fit.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm glad that you guys are both happy.
One of my favorite wrestlers of all time growing
Batista
up.
plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, if you've seen that movie.
Nope.
Okay, well, you need to. That movie's great.
They'll get to it. And they're
rewatching.
Yeah, we'll get there at some point.
My
better in before football season starts though, because that's quickly gone once a football game.
I mean, how many movies are you watching? I mean, if you're starting with the X-Men back in the early 2000s, you need to be watching.
Honestly, I have no idea how many are on this list. No idea. Just kind of roll.
More than 27.
You need to start
more than 27.
You need to start with Iron Man. You need to go there.
We have the Red Sox acquiring Adley Rutschman from the Orioles. That's pretty cool. We've learned a little more shady stuff about the Tarek Skubal to the Dodgers and how
give me this.
Other teams were never really given a chance, so to speak. So apparently the Tigers got into quick contact with the Dodgers. Other teams, such as the Rays, were kind of also a potential trade destination for Skubal. But the Tigers ended up making the price a lot more.
Oh yeah, those three mid prospects really moved the needle.
So some stuff happening.
I kind of just feel like the rest of the GMs in the MLB just gave up. They said, let's see the Dodgers get just a terrible deal for Skubal, and let's just try and get this thing to a lockout.
It might be the case of some of these owners just wanting there to be a lockout.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make it happen.
That's
another big story that is come from.
Yeah, screw him.
Not wanting to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, he can rot in hell.
GameStop is offering same value credit for busted in controllers. Also, PGA Tour Superstore offering again 50% off for traded in clubs.
Wait, what? Offering 50% off on trade-in clubs? Like if you buy a trade-in club, it's 50% off?
50% trade-in bonus for your old clubs.
Ooh, I should go do that with my old clubs.
And then we have final confirmation for the Clash returning to Daytona for NASCAR. We have West Virginia with Antero Resources And we've also, sad news as Lola passed away for those MCU fans.
I did see that.
R.I.P. to Lola.
I mean, she was only in one movie, though, so I wouldn't say she's an MCU staple.
And then Texans Jalen Petre is the first ever Guardian Cap signature athlete.
Yeah, Romeo Dubs should be mad at this.
Yeah.
He's the original Guardian Cap guy, in my opinion. If you're getting this honor stripped away from you, go fight for it, Romeo. Don't let Jalen Petre take it from you.
Then also MLS is getting a new commissioner. The third commissioner in league history is the LAFC co-managing owner Larry Berg. Not Bird.
Not Ethan Berg.
Etan
Related?
Borg. No.
Okay. That'll wrap things up for us. Appreciate you guys tuning in to this Tuesday edition of the show. Hopefully we got John back tomorrow. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better, a little bit more well-rested and ready to go for the rest of the week. But we will have you covered for the rest of the week no matter what. Stick around. Tony Basilio coming at you right after this. Appreciate y'all listening to another edition of Talk Sports.